horribly zoomed in on your face.
Horribly.
I think you have nice
Got
pores.
it.
We're good?
We're good.
Ah!
You have nice pores, Mike. It's okay.
I do have nice pores. Thank
Yeah,
you.
we have it.
Yep. It was OBS was the issue.
Go!
What is OBS?
I think her name is spelled Z-O-E.
It's actually ZOEY.
Is it?
Oh no, it is
I was like, no,
not.
it's not. That's...
It is not.
That was one of the first mistakes I ever made.
Why would you think there's a
One.
Y on that?
It's actually an I.
My niece is ZOE. I feel like I haven't seen that in a long time.
I've never seen the specific look on someone's face where they want to fly across the table.
And murder
with a
Tiny,
karate
man.
kick.
No,
Now you have to say your joke again.
I do not joke about much.
It's 7:04. Do you know where your kids are at?
They're asking.
You said I don't joke about much.
My husband's sitting on them.
Still in my dick.
I guess you can show your mug. I went and got one.
Like about to
But
come
she's
out.
got a camera on you.
No.
Then they would have
These
been your dick
mugs.
so then.
These mugs. We're gonna do a giveaway, guys. We're gonna do a
It's a
It's a whole
giveaway.
structure.
It's
It
more
was
than
The
like,
balls.
In my
You see balls.
genitalia.
Yeah.
we're trying to show mugs, damn it.
Okay.
You're gonna have to
You're
like.
gonna have to put your hand behind.
You're gonna have to do this. Like a white.
Oh, like when you're showing
Doing the makeup?
you're like,
Yeah.
have a photo box at home.
It looks pretty good.
Just big old
We're gonna be
thumb
doing-
giveaway. Or middle finger, pointer finger, yeah.
Do you need me to hold it for you and you can?
Big old
Stop
fat
trying.
No,
Now
bug.
your
you're
thumb's
done.
behind it.
You can't.
We're doing a giveaway. We made mugs.
Zoe's busting
did.
balls tonight.
Like our
apparently.
shit, and we'll consider giving
Oh
it to
man,
you.
how dark.
And we can do this. I'll try to like hold it up. We'll see how this works. If I do a little something.
Dude, can you lay it down and put it on the
How
map?
lay it down on the map.
Can we lay it down on the map?
And then our awesome
Okay,
Jackie.
never mind.
I'm seeing how that works.
We're gonna hold it for a while.
You can see it a little bit.
It says D&D These Nuts, and
I'll take a
it has
picture.
our very own logo on it. We're a bit of a shit show today.
We even arrived
I was like,
early.
you know-
We
we're all
even
right.
arrived early. Everybody was here early.
I'm still blaming
It's
Zoe
because
for
we ate
shutting down
burgers.
Disney.
No, Matt.
We got a
decided to put
lot.
it
Right.
We got a lot coming up though, guys. We do. We're coming to the end of this campaign, though. Stick around because it's not over yet.
Who's calling for you?
That said, we'll be doing some dice giveaways in conjunction with False Life Dice. We're going to be doing some product giveaways. We're going to be making some new videos and stuff for your guys' entertainment more than anything else that's outside the stream. And, you know, help get to know who we are and what we like to do. And
You didn't know which one's which.
I don't know, teach you a thing maybe, or maybe you guys can teach us something. Let us know. Twitch and things. Like us on Twitch and
We need to
Instagram.
figure out lighting on you.
Yeah, no,
The
lighting
dark
on me is
little DM
terrible.
in the corner.
Well, I mean, I was just gonna wear a hood the whole time, but never mind.
We're all like equal.
What?
What did you say?
What?
What happened?
Wow,
What did he
you were
say?
just testing.
What?
Nothing. He didn't say anything.
I need to go rewatch
Fuck?
whatever you did.
I didn't say
We've
anything.
done so good.
I literally didn't say anything.
Was your implication what I think your implication was?
I didn't say anything. DMs can wear hoods, robes, cloaks, things like that.
Oh yeah, it wasn't like the spirit store selling a
Yes.
Dungeon Master Halloween
Yep.
costume.
And he had a balding circle in his
Yes, he did.
With a red bit.
Go to thewitnessguild.com. You can find out more about Ethway and everything that we've put into it thus far. There's a lot of really cool things, including all the links to our Twitch channel. I think we're going to be putting up the...
TikTok.
Thank you. We have our Instagram over
I was
there.
about to say that's not good. Whenever we get around to it.
Whenever we get around to it. So, you know, we'll do some time in the interstitial space between campaigns. Anybody have anything good that they want to talk about for their company? Or?
Our Etsy shop is open,
We haven't stocked it in a while though, so.
but there's still some sick dice there. Y'all are
Some
missing
moon
out.
dice. Some moon dice.
There's some Galaxy dice that are pretty dope.
No, we pulled this.
No, we pulled those.
Speaking of Etsy shops, our good friend Liana is going
Does
to
not have an Etsy
does
shop.
not have an Etsy shop.
Yeah. The one who
But
made
she's
the
one.
mugs.
She's the one who's making our mugs.
I'll tag her in the mug stuff.
Perfect.
What do you
doing
call a
giveaway.
nosy pepper?
What?
Jalapeno business.
Good one.
What do you call a terrible comedian? Zoe.
She's laughing, so it must have been good.
It's funny.
As long as you get one.
I got one.
Yeah, that's all that counts.
Well, everybody gets one. Unless we have anything else, without further ado, let's jump into tonight's episode of Witness Guild.
25?
Wholesome things.
Wholesome things. Last we left off,
Yeah,
Truckosaurus
please.
was walking over the power strip, and it scared me. Truckosaurus,
Dude,
dude.
let's not let that happen.
Gonna pull
Adopt.
Zoe.
Can't even lean too far forward because my big schnoz gets in the way.
Where?
Debbie, little watch, ready?
Hold on, I'll watch it.
What
Mine's delayed.
The nose is the first thing.
I love how we all probably have a hell of a delayed laugh.
Yeah, we
That's fine though.
That's
You don't
fine.
go that far. You can go far.
Yeah, no, I'm good now.
Anyways,
Now that I know.
you guys had been in the forest outside of Goodfellow,
Our kid's gonna
and
be doomed. The nose, man.
big ass nose
Big
with
noses.
a butt chin,
Okay,
with
anyways,
the butt cheek big
Our
nose.
snob
Toucan Sam is
noses.
throwing us off.
We can just hold things in, you know? We can just hold things in and let the DM talk.
You guys had participated in a contest of sorts in the mythical traveling bar of locksmiths. While you were in this contest, you as her noticed
Oh. Yeah.
a particular, fact that she can observe just about everything around her and chooses not to, but also
I don't.
noticed that there was a gnome who was being targeted by some sort of group. After intervening and losing one of the two perpetrators, you left the bar, leaving quite the impression on the patrons, and were transported to the outskirts of Ceta-Gatling, where you did some interrogations of sorts and cast Geas on this individual before setting him free to do whatever it is that he would do. And that's pretty much where we left off. You guys are about, I would say, probably a mile away from White Mares, sitting outside the city of Ceta-Gatling. It is about mid-afternoon at this point, late afternoon. The city is still a ways off, but its gargantuan size makes it a clearly visible landmark from the distance that you're at. You have just finished your long rest, and you are maybe a couple hundred feet from the road. So, what would you like to do?
I believe we were going to send a letter.
We
Something
were
about
not
a free
sending a
cruise,
letter.
right?
Yeah,
Nope.
I think that's like plan F.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
It's moving down the list, I've noticed.
I think
Yeah, just a
I
little
think
bit.
it would work.
Because our
though.
plan was to incognito
I,
close to the wall, go through the wall that we know there's a secret entrance to get into the city.
Mhm.
Still incognito into the city, go to Celix Family Manor, attempt to look for said guy. No. We were gonna go to Muthless Vale.
Mirthless.
Merciless. What did I? Oh, there's an R in there.
Someone's muffless? What?
I was like, I'm not sure where this is going, but I think I like it.
We were as soon as we get through the
Mutt-divers?
wall, we were going to go to Mirthless Vale to find some smuggle homies who could get us in, or smuggle buddies is what I called it. Smuggle buddies to get us into the mansion as like maids or something, smuggle us in, and then we're gonna
Yeah.
find Zoidberg.
Yeah, no, I think we should do this like one goal at a time. So goal one, get into the city and get to that little place.
The hole in the wall.
And then we will talk about other things when we get there.
Will we have enough time to talk about other things?
I know we do, but just notice with us, shit changes rather rapidly.
Then we'll adapt.
I'm the most consistent person that there has ever been.
Which one of you?
Huh?
Good question.
Which one of you?
I don't know, the other guy.
That's fair.
The last one.
Yeah, so I think that we should probably just plan A, get to that smuggler's point or whatever the hell it's called, and we'll.
Mirthless Vale.
Yes. A couple of us were going to change into some things. I was going to be an animal, hop on a Boomtosh's back. You were going to, well, you're not known here. Well, you're probably known by somebody since you were at Ceta, our good fellow.
only us two are known here, right?
Yeah, or have you ever been to? No, so Guanco's never been.
I
Well,
think-
our deeds are very numerous and powerful, and I built an orphanage, and I think that maybe people might have heard of us.
I just think
highly doubt that.
there's a possibility that somebody expects, some form of retaliation.
I think the only main people, unless the DM is going to cock block us.
What a thought that could be.
All of a sudden, there is a neighbor who's been walking with you this whole entire time. They've seen you have your plan. They've heard every single thing you've said.
He could.
Yeah.
And the guy walks by.
You guys never did a perception check. Hold on, I'm gonna do a perception check. Is there anyone else around us?
Did you repeat that?
No.
Neither walks by.
I'm just trying to start taking notes on like
Carrying a vorpal sword.
But for you two who are going to are known here, what are you changing into?
I'm gonna change into a creature, a thing that I just recently saw.
Yeah,
and then I will, not a creature, a being, and then I'll invisibility this one.
So you're going invisible. You want invisibility,
Yeah, I was planning on it. Yeah, it only goes for an hour, so, I just have to stack it.
Just not all of us can be, so we can follow.
Well, everyone can be. I have
No, only two of
be able to
us.
follow someone.
Only two of us need to be invisible.
Remember when we all got invisible?
So if you two go invisible, Naboontosh can change into an old man.
Jeremiah's exploits are also well known throughout the land, so perhaps.
Be a bullfrog, damn it!
I think Jeremiah's okay to be walking here.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog.
He was a good friend of mine.
And then I will change into a little lizard, and I will hop on Naboontosh.
I'll write in my book. I can just walk in with Jeremiah and act like a friend.
Plus, you're hooded, so
Just you wait.
except your big snosh. But I think Guanapo will be okay. I think he'll be fine.
Yeah. I also write, if things get crappy, I do have disguise self, but it only lasts for an hour, which is why I don't want to use it.
Right. So I think we'll be fine. I think the main thing
Do you
here.
waste more if you use 2 invisibilities? Is that like?
No. So I'll do 1 invisibility that gives me +2 to people.
Okay. What I'm asking is,
Can you do
I
it
don't know.
twice?
Yeah, can you get her and him
Yes, I can.
invisible?
Yes.
And it doesn't
In one go.
waste as much as just getting 1 invisible.
just
okay.
one,
It's the
yeah.
same.
She can do
Okay.
up
And
to
a
5 or something.
The highest I can do an amount is 4.
And
I'm sorry, 5.
I don't see why not. My opinion on this is 2 people walking into a city, fairly normal.
They walk into a bar.
3 people, 4 people, 5 people.
And the Naboontosh.
Things get a little weird, questionable.
This is a huge city. Why would that be questionable?
I mean, we can do what you guys want, but I can tell you not one fucking person's knowing that I'm entering the city, and I'd appreciate it if Wanapo
He doesn't
did the
like to
same
talk
damn
about that.
thing.
Alright, so just Naboontosh and Phan, and then we go.
Who?
Who's Luca. I was questioning me calling you Naboontosh. I was like, what's your name?
My fucking name's been Naboontosh this whole entire time. She broke up with me.
Alright, wrong character. You and Luca are not being invisible, and us 3.
You guys are gonna have to maneuver around people, because people are gonna notice if all of a sudden they bump into something and nothing.
So wait, Phan, are you not going to be riding on my shoulder?
I will
Yes.
be. I'm not
Okay.
walking in there as Phan.
Right,
You
that's-
gotta be fucking crazy if you think I'm walking in there
Right.
looking like this.
All right, I'll do that. You're gonna let me take point?
Are you actually going to attempt to look around and take in
Yes.
things?
Yes, I am on high alert going in here.
Okay, then sure.
And she'll be behind you,
Yep.
who's gigantic. But
She's not
luckily
that
you're a
big.
monk. I mean, Jesus Christ, she got 4 legs that she walks on.
She a monkey. Monkey. Monkey.
Just a monk. I think they're all called monks. Yeah.
Is there a female version of a monk?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
Monkus?
called a monk.
Monkus.
Yes.
Monkus.
They're very inclusive. They don't differentiate based on
Yeah,
gender.
yeah. Literally, it's
Sort
all
of like me.
it's all like it's a club. But yeah. So you can hop on in to your thing. Want to put if you want. Well, I can't carry you. I'm gonna be a lizard.
I want to pull out.
Jump on my back.
And he's dead.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna pull out one of the drawings I made before in the past.
Oh shit.
The one from Joanne's of the chick on a swing. She's
Mhm.
naked from behind.
Oh shit.
And I'm gonna ask anyone if they have any extra cloth or anything, or an extra something to wrap it with.
I got a cloak of billowing.
Look like you're in the wind.
Yes.
Kind of the opposite effect we're going for, I think.
I could wear it, and if it's long enough, it'd be like, oh, people don't want to be around me because it's constantly moving, and then they won't hit Odette.
And everyone will make note of the strange lady with the wind.
And I'm gonna wrap the painting in a bedroll, and I'm just gonna write package to be delivered in Ceta-Gatling.
Is that like our way to get in?
No, we're going through the home wall.
Well, if someone stops us.
Right. Okay. I like what we're throwing down. That's a good idea.
Yes.
Yeah.
He was a smuggler. No.
I'm trusted. That's what I'm trusted.
He knows what he's doing.
All right, let's go in.
Yeah, let's do it. So we're gonna sneak to the hole in the wall. We're gonna go through the hole in the wall. But before we leave the hole in the wall into Ceta-Gatling, we're gonna turn invisible. We're gonna turn into a lizard person, and we're gonna disguise people.
And I'm gonna do pass without trace. Are you Jeremiah?
No, I don't think I should do Jeremiah.
What am I gonna do?
Going to
Everybody make stealth checks. And whoever's heading, looking for the passage, is more than welcome to. Well, actually, hold on. Before we do this, back up. You guys are like 2 hours from getting to the city.
So
Okay.
we're just going
That's
Through
farmland, but
basically.
I mean, there's really only one main road.
Yeah.
So you guys are just gonna walk the main road together to get there.
We should go big road.
I think we should at least like hide, see through our.
Are there trees or anything around?
There's
Low-lying shrubs. There's
Not really
there's the
covered
occasional. Yeah, it's kind of like the Roman Empire where like there's like
Let's
lots
just
of
take
grasses, and like occasionally they have like a poplar or something like that.
Can we just kind of social stealth our way in? Just kind of pop in between groups, following carts?
Make a performance check.
Invisibility.
And can we all do it like
Good.
separately?
I'm gonna give you the potion of visibility.
So we're not next to each
to
other.
utilize,
No.
like on your
Oh
own.
my
just in case you need it
God.
later.
You very awkwardly start
And I
talking
will
to people on the
remove
road as you approach. You are like, "Hey, yeah, I'm going."
Give me that.
No, you really need to stop using that. Like it's.
Yeah, it's been bad for you.
Question:
That's 2 tonight.
with the spell of storing, like I can just say out loud what spells are in that ring and give it to someone, and then they can use it.
You have to spend the spell slots. You have to invest your energy into the spell, into the stone.
Yeah.
And then you can hand it off, and then they can use it at will. But once it's gone, it's gone. It doesn't recharge the spell.
Right.
What are you turning into?
It's like a water balloon, basically.
So you got it?
I'm
Okay.
going to transform into
Okay,
a
that's
slightly
good.
shorter, much more built, chiseled jaw, non-assuming, handsome, Caucasian man.
Okay. Are you doing that now?
Yes, because I can
You got
for
this one.
as long as I need. So yes, I will do that.
Okay, I'm gonna like full blown sprint at you, and as soon as I get like 5 feet away, I'm gonna jump at you and just change into a lizard and like onto your face, and then like crawl around the back of your head.
I'm not even making you roll for that. I just like it.
You just see.
Gigantic ass.
So I'm gonna give you the ring.
What's the ring?
The ring
Can I
of storing.
like slap him
So
out of the
write down that you're getting.
Oh wow.
Make a dexterity check. Make a dexterity save.
Oh,
No.
I don't really.
Was that commercial? Like,
Yeah. Makembe Mutombo.
There you go.
I don't know if I'm saying that right.
You are.
Long strider.
Long Strider.
Oh.
First level.
We really need to work on that.
And this fellow's name is
Then I'm
going to
giving
be
you first level cure wounds. Sorry, second level. cure
Dorel.
wounds.
Okay, I like that. Dorel.
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 And I'm going to talk like this.
Perfect. While I'm on the back of him, I am going to be like eyes freaking
You're on clear.
peeled, looking for
Yeah, that'd be cool.
what we discussed.
And then third level.
The
cure
2 things we discussed. I need a place to find something, and I need
A place to find something.
find something.
wounds.
Yeah.
You can either do hearing or seal. Just let me know when you're
Cool.
gonna do it, and I'll tell you what it is.
I
And
mean,
then I give
right
you
now
that
it's kind of
done and then you
fruitless
can
unless you really want to make one
Right,
before you get to the
no.
city.
I'm saying when we get to the city, I just wanted you to know my eyes are going to be peeled.
Gotcha.
Same here. And then I'm going to do. What's one of your voices that you did was relatively easy that I can mimic?
Russian?
I can't do Russian.
You cannot do the Russians.
I cannot do the Russian people.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Is it?
It's
No,
like
I
it's like a Russian who's been in America for a longer time.
Remember, if there's a V, it's a wall.
It's a wall. It's a hard wall.
It's a vodka.
I am actually not very good at that. I always do the V.
You're not very good at that.
I'm not very good at that.
I will try,
Or
but I do not know. I
Right? Or
completely.
right? Scottish. No, that's
To get
British.
these
You
accents,
do
you just
British.
gotta
You
do
can do
them.
British accent.
Even if they're
Hello, Gov. No, I can't do
No.
Negative.
Alright, going down to the Australia. Australia is actually
That's
not that bad.
Oh, you just gotta talk about the gut of
Ooh.
Oh yeah, it's all
No,
I got
Joanne would
right
be way too obvious.
now. I mean, you can do it. Joanne's like
You can't
what I
make-
imagine is like
I
Scandinavian.
can't make Joanne. I know,
Like-
Phan. I'm sorry. I could.
We both can.
Oh, yeah, I really can.
Yeah.
You, perhaps would like to come down to the.
Yeah, I
This
can't do
accent
Joanne.
right here.
If Joanne walked into
I do not see
Ceta-Gatling.
what is.
He'll
From. I
walk.
mean, yes, you should not use going into Ceta-Gatling, but
Yeah. That's what I saw.
Sorry.
nah, that's the extent. I mean, I also do like crappy Asian,
What? What?
like crappy like
He's
like
really bad at it.
not like a
No, you don't.
derogatory.
I don't think you do.
Yeah.
Nope.
No.
Oh,
Doesn't
I guess
seem
I
like
It's
don't.
monkey, man.
Sorry.
It's not one of those ones you do.
It's like the.
There's a couple you just don't.
Yeah, there's
Oh
just
my
a
God.
few.
I can do like Hindu. I
Nope,
can
you don't do that either.
Eastern. I already did.
Yeah.
Oh, you know.
If it's darker than that screen, don't do it.
That restricts me to like all of them. And Chinese are very
Holy
pale.
crap! Holy crap! I blacked out for a second. Holy moly! I'll pick.
Let's just
I'll
move
find
on.
someone. I'll find someone. I'll let you know.
Yeah, let's just move on from this.
So you're
Ooh,
what?
how small was the girl
It's not being edited.
that
We should have it in.
Konek was gonna be falling in love with in the future?
How small?
How was
She was a
small?
gnome.
She was
She's
a gnome.
Yeah. She was
Walking with who? Who are you gonna be?
oh fuck, what was my...
Dora.
Dorel.
Dorel.
Yes, I am Dorel.
You know what?
Oh, you could do Transylvanian.
Transylvania.
I'm
That
gonna.
is not good.
I'm gonna change into a high elf. Not a high elf, a wood elf with long black hair.
Mhm.
It's on you, bro.
Pretty much Nim.
Gotcha.
Oh wow, just
Yeah.
fucking.
Well, just sticking the knife in.
He has emerald green armor.
Armor, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's who I'll be.
Or, I
He
guess it
doesn't
was
like try and
turquoise.
loot ghost gold or anything.
Ghost ships.
Yeah, yeah,
He's
yeah.
just got a total
yeah.
penchant.
He knows how to not do
I'll
that.
be
Yeah.
Nim.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you guys are walking, you have decided this and kind of spreading out throughout the throngs of people that are moving towards the city. There are some moving away. You notice occasional guards, greeting people, and it seems like there's a very strong presence here of like military or corporal control, and it doesn't feel intrusive or hurtful. It's just noticeable. It is a well-governed city, and this is something that you would probably know.
Yep.
As you progress closer and closer, you're walking through different farmlands. You can see, these are crazy stretches of land that are all being farmed. You see cabbages are being grown in one area, radishes in another. This one's dedicated to wheat. You have a moment where you're like, don't have to compete with Ceta-Gatling because they're growing corn. They have several different varieties as you kind of take note of the immediate ears that are poking out, the different colorations of the. I mean, you're not far. The farms, the road is probably about 20 to 30 feet wide in places, and the farms are only about 5
I'm
to 10
gonna cast
off of
Mage
that.
Hand, and I'm going to try and pluck one of those.
Yeah, go ahead and
It's not like we're fucking
roll a strength check for
You know, I
Mage
was
Hand.
thinking
Does Mage Hand
about-
have
Oh, yeah,
stats?
It would be acceptable if
Does
Guadalupe
Mage
did
Hand
it.
have stats?
He saw Boniface little
I can carry up to 10 pounds.
I think it should have like a strength. It should have a strength of like something.
Oh, is there like a magic on that? I think it's no more than 10 pounds.
No more than 10 pounds, but it should have like a strength.
30
thing.
feet away, you can lift,
It has a strength of.
can't attack, activate magic items, or carry more than 10 pounds. So it's not an
Okay,
attack.
so what'd you roll?
Yeah, it can't be used.
17.
Yeah, easy enough then, man. You're walking and like without even really having to like do much. It's a flick of the finger. And
seeing Guanapo's beak start to just kind of chatter
Yeah.
a little bit, I'm just gonna.
that was the sound.
Yep.
And I'm gonna float the hand right in front of Guanapo's beak. Just hold it there.
And his eyes are gonna bug out. He's gonna look at you, and he's gonna look at the coin. He's gonna look at you, he's gonna look at the coin, and he's just gonna snatch out of there.
It's red and white corn. It's not
You did
your
dehusk it
standard
for her,
yellow
for him, right?
corn. As you're kind of peeling back the husk and getting all those nasty hairs out, the corn is red and white, and it is delicious. A little on the dry side, but it's it's good and it's different.
Not fishy enough.
No, it's not, it was
Not
not
totally
it was
ripe.
not quite ripe. It's you guys are in like the middle of summer.
Do
Corn's
birds
at the
care?
end. No.
Yeah, I don't think they
Mm-mm. Not technically. Anyways,
care.
I'm just trying to be, polite to your folk. Anyways, we're digressing. As you move forward towards the city, you guys are keeping pretty good tabs on each other. I'm assuming you're invisible at this point, right?
No, not
No,
yet.
no, no,
Oh,
not
you're
yet. Not until we
walking
get.
as a centaur into the city.
Well,
Gotcha.
not until
How
we get
long does that
closer.
last?
An hour.
It lasts an
We're
hour.
2 hours away.
I mean,
yeah.
at this point, you guys have whittled it down, different conversations, kind of walking, playing the traffic NASCAR game where somebody walks faster and then somebody else walks faster.
Well, no. As soon as we get an hour out, then I'm gonna fucking do it, but not like at the moment.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and say that's probably something that you've done
Cool.
at this
Awesome.
point.
All right. Let me go ahead and do it right
Um,
now. Guanapo, you as well.
For invisibility?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yes.
What are you asking?
Yes.
What?
Yes. Invisible.
Wait. Did we decide it? Why?
Yes,
Yeah.
you will be invisible.
Why?
Chris doesn't want all these people walking in.
He has an issue with that.
Who's visible then?
You
Just
and
you.
Odette.
Just
Y'all can make your own decisions.
Me,
Fan
me
has this over
and
here.
the Boontosh are invisible.
Oh, I thought you were
Fan
going
is on my
invisible.
shoulder.
No, no, no,
Dorel's
no need.
shoulder.
Yeah.
Alright, then I'm gonna.
the
Dorel.
shoulder of
Every once in a while you
Dora.
feel
Are we
like-
going in openly or are we
Turn
sneaking?
That might
in?
actually
We're sneaking
become
in.
like a
Okay.
place in the world now.
Dorel or the
shoulder of
The
Dora.
shoulder.
That sounds dope.
What's
I want to go there, wherever that is.
The shoulder of
This
Dora.
is the first note I've taken about this campaign.
Oh my god.
Wow, the first interesting thing
Dear
you've
Lordy,
done.
man, it's the
You
only.
should have seen Chris's face.
This is
It
the
was like,
shoulder
it was
of
that
Dora.
meme where the guy's eyes are open and he blinks and
It's
again.
all-
Yeah.
25 episodes later.
I go up to Guanapo, I do a sigil on his head, and I kiss his forehead. I go to Odette, do a sigil on her forehead, and kiss her.
Beautiful. As you two both disappear, it's a very out-of-body feeling that you're kind of starting to get used to. Point of order, the baby hands that are growing out of your abdomen are not diminished
She's
yet.
still deformed?
Yeah.
Sorry
He's-
about that.
he said it
I
was
forgot about
supposed-
that.
He's not supposed to be gone after her.
Yeah, weren't they supposed to heal us
Said
and make us not
sleep.
weird?
wasn't it
Give
like
it- give it a
3
couple
weeks ago?
sleeps,
I
is
totally
what he
said.
forgot about that. I forgot I was.
So you've only slept
You too?
once.
So it's a floating pair of hands.
No, 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 no,
attached
no.
To her
The
body.
centaur walking in with 4 legs and 4 arms was... But that's neither here nor there.
Around fucking baby arms.
And then we're just thinking of Austin Powers where they talk about mini-me and it's...
Yeah,
Sounds like
baby's
cabbage.
arm holding an
Baby.
apple.
it's like a tripod.
Um,
Love that. Love that movie.
That's
You guys
okay.
make it to the outskirts of the city. As you approach it, it is a very imposing sight from the outside. Whereas Goodfellow had, reasonable defenses and seemed, like an okay place. And they were expanding, sure, and there was all sorts of new construction. Ceta-Gatling is old. Ceta-Gatling is well established.
Yep.
And their walls tower in the neighborhood of 35 to 40 feet in places. They're made out of the same black obsidian stone all the way around. And there are guards posted on all of the parapets, on all of the ramparts. And there apparently, from where you're standing, is only one way in and one way out of the city.
Hood it up. Darrell, should we hood it up?
We have nothing to fear. Dora will keep us safe.
Not me.
Maybe later.
Noted. Oh, we're like 2 guys! Oh, I love this. I'm here for this. I'm logged
Do you
in.
want to see his cute butthole later?
Yes, I do!
It
Hug
is
her up, baby.
rather adorable. The butthole of Dorel is pristine.
Who
I
said the
love it.
bottle?
The butthole
Oh.
of Dorel.
The eye to my cavern.
So you guys walking straight to the front door?
No, we're not. We're not.
Because you're approaching the front door rapidly. You're probably
We-
only about 60
No,
feet
we
away.
would have kind of
I'm following your lead.
Shimmy, go, puff. Officer, I'm like, oh, it's over here. Oh, let's talk real quick. Let's go and have fun. We're gonna go off to the side.
How far away from the gate would you have done that?
We would have done that when we start.
Like 30 minutes before.
Yeah, because people would
Okay.
start funneling
Yeah,
into
yeah,
the
yeah,
thing.
'cause
We
that's
would
what
have
I
had
was
to like
thinking,
go
too.
off.
Okay, so 30 minutes prior.
Right.
Okay.
Right. I
Um,
didn't know we were walking that fast. Holy shit.
Tracing up
Real
against
fast.
the sides of the walls as you approach, you can feel the it feels like somebody's watching you.
Who's watching?
People up on top of the wall. As
Can
you
I-
look up, there are
Yeah.
guards watching the fields that
30 minutes in.
I mean, I'm assuming you guys are getting closer, right?
We have
Are we
I'm
looking
very
for...
confused at what's happening right now.
Okay,
apparently.
the game plan was
to
that.
go through your
I wasn't-
secret
Was
entrance.
going to the
Yeah.
secret entrance because we
Yeah,
were
yeah.
supposed to go incognito, secret.
So you're gonna walk
secrety.
within 30 feet, 30 minutes of the wall, then walk off to the side.
Well, pretty
And
much
then-
like whenever we saw people gathering, we were supposed to be like, oh fuck this, and be
I mean,
away
we could
from
just
everyone.
I want you guys to know whenever you're planning something, I'm not listening. Legitimately, I've zoned the fuck out. I was married and I don't listen to what you're talking about.
Damn it!
Good deal.
Great shit.
Well, I don't wanna counter plan while I'm sitting here.
We should listen to us.
We're going.
Anyways, okay.
We're
Going
we're
to the
sneaky.
secret entrance.
Yeah,
And
we're
then-
going sneaky.
Odette's gonna be casting her.
So the
Pass
secret
on
entrance
trace.
is part of the
Trace.
wall.
Yes.
So we're
yeah. We're like,
stealthing it.
No, you're
like it's gonna
It's
take
also
us
broad
time
daylight
to get
and
to the
there's
hole.
like no
It's
foliage to
broad
hide
daylight.
under.
Why
You
we
might as
do?
well
No,
go.
because we were planning. We slept through the day so we could travel
Yeah.
at night.
Yeah.
That's
I
what we
mean,
were. That's what we. So when we woke up, it should have been like nighttime.
No, when you woke up, it was like the afternoon. They
No,
even said it was
because we
like
slept during the
mid-afternoon.
day.
They even said it was mid-afternoon when we
Right,
started.
and then
No.
2 hours have passed. I
Okay, so
figure
it's
we're
late
getting to
afternoon.
Twilight, like.
Sure, we can be twilight.
Because we were
Okay,
sweating
how
in
about
the
this?
middle of the field and it was hot.
It's now nighttime.
Thank you.
And
I just meant
Oh!
it's like that TV screen
Oh, yeah, yeah.
pops up.
yeah. Sorry, I forgot to push the nighttime button.
We played this.
Freaking
the
You
whole
cast
song
Pass Without a
on
Trace.
Zelda.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
You cast Pass Without a Trace. You two are the only visible bodies aside from the small lizard-like gecko that is strapped to your head.
We're hood up.
Oh, I kind of hide behind.
Crouching.
Dora has very long hair.
Yeah.
So
If
does-
need be,
Taking
my
this
hair can
extra-
act as curtains to hide it.
Yeah.
Taking this extra time to
hide
like
your hair
you know
first.
be stealthy is going to add how long it takes to get there. So you're working into like 2.5 hours
That's fine.
probably up to this point.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's why I said it.
He's gonna turn you back visible.
Oh no, I'm stacking every single. As soon as it gets
Okay,
15
as long
minutes
as you know
into
that.
the hour,
As long as you know
I
that.
have stacked. She
And
has
same for
potions
you. I
and
don't
a
know how
ring
long
that's
yours
sword.
lasts, but
Oh, I'm
okay.
fine.
All right.
I got 5 hours on this bitch.
Oh, okay, good.
Wouldn't he technically be able to short rest while he's sitting there too?
Not as
Oh, when you're
not when
casting,
he's
it's
wild
kinda-
shaped.
Okay.
I don't believe. I don't know. I'd have to look into that. I think
I'm sorry.
when you get into later levels of druid, yeah, you
Good
can like
question.
just exist as a squirrel for like 200 years, and then like come out of it and like take a nap and then go back to being a squirrel for 200
That's
years.
pretty dope.
Yeah.
Seems like it'd
Make
be
a perception check for me.
Will do.
Actually, make an investigation check for me.
Really?
Yeah, because you're trying to find where the thing's at based
It's,
on.
you're trying to find a specific thing.
That I
Very
went through
specific.
before.
Mhm.
16.
16. As you walk up and down, trying to stay as quiet as possible, I need everybody to make stealth checks.
Plus
But
10.
those who are invisible may make it at advantage. I won't need you to make one.
Okay, I'm like,
22
Wait,
without the
stealth,
bonus, so
okay.
I'm just gonna 22.
32.
I rolled 2
It's
of
fun
them.
to
No,
say
no, no.
32.
No, I rolled a 12, so 22. I didn't look at my
36.
character bonus.
34.
24.
Yeah, you guys feel reasonably confident that you are.
Assassin's Creed. up in
reasonably
this
you
bitch.
mean
Seriously,
like,
we're sitting there
Yeah.
tiptoed
fucking
like
like beast.
Crouching tiger, hidden dragon, bouncing
Yeah,
from tree to
Practically
tree.
floating.
Yep.
It takes a good 30 minutes of being careful, You can see that they're employing some form of spotlight system to kind of light up different sections of the fields, and you've timed it. You two have had experience in this realm, and staying right up against the wall, you're able to avoid any really horribly prying eyes.
We should do a bird call.
As you travel further north, walking around the city, you realize at this point exactly how large this city must be. You guys had a very privileged, although painful, lifestyle in Ceta, and as such, we're a little bit more stupid, a little bit more isolated. You guys had like a social island that you stepped to, especially because who you were married to.
Daddy brought in a lot.
Ceta is a massive city, and the more you walk around it, the more you search for this one portal that led to your escape and is soon to usher you to your destination. The scope of the city becomes more apparent to you. And it's as you're having this thought of like, fuck man, like how far have we been walking? You see there is one obsidian stone that sticks out about 2 inches further than the others, that from any other perspective except for looking at it directly from the side may not look like it was, and you feel at this point that you've reached the area that you're looking for.
Okay. Dorel's going to cast Detect Magic.
There is a magical enchantment on that particular stone.
What school of magic?
Do I recognize
it? Actually, it's not a school of magic so much as it's just actionable magic energy. Like it's not. You don't get the feeling that it's dangerous. It just is like
an enchantment.
It's like staring at a gallon of gasoline, being like, you can do something with that.
Cool. So I'm guessing it's cloaked by something.
So it's like a video game, and you can tell it's movable.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
When you are in Assassin's Creed and something's glowing.
That means So would I have known being here before that it is cloaked by magic of some sort?
I would say that you guys were probably too busy to take specific notes about what you were running out of. You just were running. And there was a lever that you had to pull to get out, but there's no lever on the outside of the gate that you can pull to get in at this point.
Okay.
I go and try to push it.
Okay, pushing on it with all
like
your might,
sideways, like,
left to right,
yeah.
nothing happens.
Open sesame. Pulling it.
You grab the sides of it with your rather robust fingers, and as you rip backwards, your fingers just slip off the stone.
Mage hand it. Mage through the thing. Yeah, B.
Dorel was on that path. Give Dorel time.
Our minds were
Dorel casts Mage Hand.
Okay.
And is trying to.
Dorel speaks third person.
Dorel doesn't want to hear it.
I shouldn't hear us.
So I'm going to cast Mage Hand, and I'm going to... did you say there was some sort of lever?
Lever.
Yeah, there's a lever on the other side of the rock.
I'm going to close my eyes and going to feel around with my ghosty magic hand.
Okay. Make a perception check at disadvantage.
I'm going to go up behind him and hold his hand like Ghost.
Like Ghost?
Yeah.
Disadvantage for Matthew. It's going to be rough.
What was I?
Perception.
If I'm guiding his hand.
7.
Oh gosh.
As you grope around, you feel purchase on several things, but they're so freely movable that you're certain that they're not a lever.
I'm going to keep looking.
That might have been a boob. I'm just kidding.
Dorel is horny.
I think there's boobs over here.
Just wild boobs running
Dorel,
around.
Just a boob on the wall.
Can I cast a second Mage Hand? That one work in the shaft and one.
Oh my god, shut up.
Going to hell.
I'm just gonna keep feeling around. It's cantrip, so.
Phan as a lizard, seeing them sit here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of tap onto Nabuntosh's head and kind of come around. And
Who is Nabuntosh?
You know, And I'm going to like kind of lean back and just like, and I'm going to start
First
climbing up the
little lizard
wall.
hand.
Yeah, I'm gonna put up one little finger, just be like, and I'm going to climb up the wall, and try to go back on the other side and start looking around.
It's gonna take you some time because you're.
A quick little lizard.
They're so fast.
Yeah.
That's really
I
fast.
don't know what planet you live on that lizards are slow.
Wait,
but-
You ever tried to catch a
There's that
lizard?
one lizard that walks so fast he walks on his back legs.
Water strider.
Yeah.
Yeah, water striders are quick.
Dude, the lizards on our back wall, like, fucking
Even
zoom
little
around.
geckos are fast, man.
Yeah,
Bandit can't catch them.
that's all I'm saying, DM. It's
And
Bandit
bandits,
has cancer.
bandits quick.
lizards are quick.
I will take the
anyway.
lizard on my finger and I will put him as high as I
If it's
possibly
a
can.
30-foot wall, I would imagine a lizard could easily have a 6-second 30-foot movement, just like.
Have you
a
ever
human.
seen a lizard run from you and you walk up to it
That's all
on
I'm
the wall? It like dashes.
As someone who was
Oh my-
Okay, alright. In
reptile
all
biologist
fairness,
in my
this
life.
is the DM's world, so he can make whatever
Yeah.
fucking lizard he
Yeah,
wants.
it's
It's
our
a turtle
world.
lizard.
It's our
turtle
world.
in its way up
Hey,
the wall.
turtles are quick.
Yes, they are when they want to be.
Bowser, like, escaped, like,
All right.
twice.
Anyways, what's happening?
Well, you're on the other side of the wall because you're right. Lizards are fast, and I was just waiting for somebody to stop talking so I could say that. I immediately regret the decision that I made when I said it's going to take you time
Oh,
because I was thinking like 200-foot wall. And I was like, no, I already said it's 30.
Yeah. So up and over.
One of the bigger
12
dragons,
seconds.
like
Did we
the
just win an
bigger
argument with the
lizards,
DM?
Yeah,
can
fine.
run
This is like winning an
225
argument
miles
with your
per
wife.
hour.
Bookmark it. Bookmark it.
You guys have already won.
Anyway, so I'm over on the other side and I'm looking around.
There's now a bar in this city named after you guys, and it's called the Dead Horse.
Yes!
Let's beat it. That's the only song they play there.
Beat
Yeah,
it.
Dorel likes to
Read,
Dorel beats it there often.
read,
Yeah.
read.
God.
Anyways, so when I get over the wall,
I love that.
I want to.
As you scale the wall,
no.
it is very smooth stone, and it is
Yeah.
warm from the sun baking it constantly. You resist the urge to do a couple push-ups as you
Yeah.
run up the wall.
As I get to the top, I would look left, look right, make sure there's no guards in the vicinity. And
There
then get
is
my
one
ass over.
immediately to your left as you're
Like,
coming
how
up,
many feet?
like 2.
Oh, okay.
And he's just looking out, like scanning. He
Scanning.
has this like pattern as you kind of watch him. He's doing a very regimented, intentional scan.
Okay, I'd like to note his pattern as I kind of go over them.
It would probably take time to observe.
That's fine.
what
I'll
the
sit there
pattern
for like
is.
a minute and just kind of be like,
In that 60 seconds, the pattern does not repeat.
oh, okay. Then I'm going down to see what I can
As
find.
you crawl up the side of the bastion down onto the ground, looking around, there are guards on patrol. They're carrying torches. Everybody has swords. Everybody has spears. Everybody has bow and arrows. They're like leaning up against the walls. This is a well-armed city.
Guys, I think we
Yeah.
should just
As
walk
you-
right in.
You know, we should,
like-
but that's okay.
As you kind of worm your way up and over and around, there's a hand that kind of brushes you aside, and you realize there's a guy basically standing behind you as you kind of scamper down the side of the wall. They take no notice of you.
Yeah.
Looking over the city, is this your first time in Ceta?
Yep.
It's awe-inspiring. It is.
It's my first time in this part of Ceta. I've been on the water side.
Gotcha. The waterfront where the Mirthless Vale is at, is dirty and dingy, and it's like a sailor's paradise of dive bars and subsequent. Oh my God, is this really where I put the map? You put the map? I swear to God, it looks like a yeast bud.
It looks really weird. Yeah.
It looks really weird. I'm gonna have to modify that. I don't like it. Sorry, I'm pulling up all my
No, you're
information
good.
about
You're
it.
good. So the side I'm used to is dirty, grungy, sailors. I might have killed a person or two over there. But this side.
This side.
Did you swear?
You are staring
No, I
at.
did
I
take
feel
a
like
swig.
I inhaled. Like I was
Alcohol?
like, did I just drink something? I felt like I
I
had
did
beer
just
in
take
my
a
mouth.
swig, so I'm not
Oh,
Do you get
I'm
a
stressed.
It's
Now
strong.
I do.
It's a strong beer.
As you come over the wall, you realize that the
You're
wall
going
that you're climbing down, there is a larger wall to your right. It is even taller. It's about 60 feet tall. That seems to be an interior wall to this exterior space. And what you're looking at are shantytown, sloppily built, dangerous, dirty. The streets are muddy. The windows are just covered in filth, and there's dim lights coming from each of them. The smells in this area are pretty intense. And as you make it down onto the ground, having seen the expanse of this city stretch out before you, borderline, like, you're talking probably 2 miles, 3 miles to get to the wharf, to where the Mirthless Vale is. When you get to the ground, it is just jam-packed full of people and beggars and strong smells, and the walls are covered in lichen, and it is just a very lively but not energetic. There's a lot of movement, but people seem to be lethargic about that movement.
Yeah, that's fine. Do I see a lever or handle as I'm like looking on the walls or anything like that? Any kind of like? Do I see that brick that's maybe 2 inches in?
No, the wall itself is somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 feet deep. And as you kind of put your little gecko fingers in the mud, thinking about it, mulling it over for a minute, there's probably an interior passage. They probably didn't run straight through the wall.
Inside the wall. Okay.
Turn into a grub.
Turn into
Don't do it
whatever I
around
want.
Bob.
I thought about something else, to be honest with you, but I
Takes
don't.
one bite and suddenly has an elephant in his beak.
I don't. Yeah, exactly. Blows up.
Jaw dislocated. Got a
Totally forgot who I was wearing.
kenku.
Yeah. Would
Got
have
a
killed him.
kenku with no lower jaw.
Would've
That's a
killed you.
character now.
You gonna bookmark that one? Put a pin in it.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. So.
The beakless kangaroo.
Ooh, bitch. That's scary as hell.
Yeah, it is.
Oh.
Imagine a bird without beak. It's just like nostrils.
There are memes about that.
It's just,
Hey,
but it would be
you
an
guys-
open
you guys,
hole. It would be an open
I might-
hole.
I might explore.
Back to what you guys.
You
were
can go
doing.
to them for a
Yeah.
second. I need to think something
So,
over.
as the lizard disappears, you guys are standing there. 5 minutes goes by.
I was gonna say, how long?
10 minutes goes by.
Cool, then, can I do? No, I tried the Legend Lore before, and I couldn't get as a lot of details. Right?
Yeah.
It's difficult because trying to. Did you look up a beakless bird?
That's not okay. That's
No,
not
that's what they
okay.
can't know.
That's funny as fuck.
Yeah, toucan without the toucan.
What
Am
you
I still
doing?
invisible?
Yeah. You would be.
Shit, I was able to get out of it, but I can't.
So the issue with legend lore is there's not there are legends, but they're like loose rumors
Right.
about, you know, like people speculate about like the underground tunnels at U of A, you know, and what they were used for. Like
What?
people, come on,
Disneyland.
Disneyland's underground tunnels to
I know about
transport
Las
psychopaths.
Vegas.
Yeah,
Las Vegas has underground tunnels.
Oh, really?
Didn't know that,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, there's people living in there.
creepy.
And they
Not
come up at
surprised.
night and they take like the winnings from the like casinos and stuff that people leave behind.
I'm up at night.
They do. Oh, yeah.
It's just
like,
machine.
there's a documentary on it. Seriously,
gross.
it's really crazy. I've seen pictures. They're like
It's like
in these
Lilo's
water.
parents.
I'm gonna start taking notes for my next campaign.
Around the wall, I'm gonna start touching to see if there's like a loose stone
Okay.
or something.
Dorel
As
is
you-
still growing.
Yeah. Just blindly grabbing at whatever you can. You are running your fingers along the groutwork that is between these stones, and you feel that there is a softening. That the type of grout used here is different than in previous in the surrounding stonework. Sorry.
I'm gonna. You really focused there.
Zoe, meet me under the table.
Alright.
Oh my god.
Stage whisper. Go under
Yeah.
there.
Who
Who got under there?
It was probably me. Shit show.
is it something like that I can touch and like?
Yeah, as you trace it out, it appears to be about a 2 foot wide, 5 foot tall rectangle of groutwork. When you trace the groutwork, it seems to be that there's this particular section that has just a different type of masonry to
Can I
it.
push it?
As you place your hand on it and push, There's no gift.
Can I lift?
You try, getting your fingers in there and lifting it up. Meanwhile, Nabuntosh is standing behind you with his eyes closed, going,
Wait, did it push me?
No, I didn't push.
Receding back into Dorel's self. He's going to cast Detect Magic again. Try and see if he can suss out some magical means in which to enter this place.
She just wants
Make an investigation check.
I'm gonna go to my pack, take out my crowbar, and
Quietly.
You're just gonna whack it?
He rolled good, guys.
Did he roll well?
Oh, man. Two nat ones and one
Go
nat
ahead,
20.
figure out how that goes.
What?
Let's do that first.
No. Don't whack them.
As Guanapo takes the crowbar and goes, whoosh down it. No, I'm just kidding. No, just kind of prying at it and trying to figure it out where the mechanisms are. You have this moment of like, as you're sitting there just kind of observing with your detect magic and trying to articulate how it goes, the two of you standing there, you find purchase in the wall where there probably shouldn't be, and you feel this slight bit of leverage that you might be able to use to your advantage. Just as you are examining this stone, it seems to have like a hollow space inside of it, and as you kind of grope about, you find an object and you try to pull that object through the stone, and as your mage hand kind of slips through, the object is released and you hear a sliding, a pressure plate that is activated, and as you're moving back, the leverage that you have on this door, you're able to pry it open just a little bit, and it
Just as the great Nabuntosh Dorel has saved the children.
Okay,
Let
we
us
quickly
go.
go in. We quickly go in.
Yeah.
We quickly go in and we close it behind us.
reaching into the hollow space of this stone, you pull out whatever it is, and it's very clearly just a magical, like, there, it has to meet a certain weight. It's just a pressure plate.
Okay.
And as you reach in and grab it, it is a decapitated hand, or a hand, a missing hand. Somebody's missing their hand.
Oh, so good thing you had mage hand.
There's a mage hand holding a hand.
I high five with my mage hand.
It's off.
I don't know where Phan is, don't I?
Mm-mm.
Because I can't.
You
do
guys are
message.
standing in a dark passage. It is
Little me.
pitch black in here. There is no obvious light sources,
Did that
or
make any loud sound?
it made an audible sound, but you're not quite sure if it would have traveled up far enough to where somebody would be concerned.
Somewhere like a click or a shift or something like that.
It was like stone sliding on stone. Like if you've ever heard
Please.
somebody who's sliding like a tile across a tile. It was to that effect, but maybe a little bit deeper. How far that went, you don't know.
Okay.
I'm gonna take my candle
No, like a container.
Do I need one?
They're watching.
Yes, you
They're
do.
always watching.
Watching.
I'm watching you, Wazowski. There you go.
There we go. That works.
I'm watching.
Always watching. You walk.
I'm gonna light my candle.
What? I know, right?
Dude, there's a whole list of movies that would surprise you. My mom doesn't.
Yeah,
When you say The Princess Bride, I
Talk
quit.
about that
I've seen The
later.
Princess Bride.
Okay.
Cool.
But I had to see it as an adult. My mom didn't show me
That's
the
okay.
show.
Okay, so
I like my
the
candle.
people with dark vision, can they see?
It is very, very dim. Very dim. It is an incredible darkness, as there is no means of light and no hallways that you can necessarily perceive. I would say you probably have about a 20-foot radius, and standing in there, it's difficult to even make out what's around you. But it does look like some sort of standing here. This is a little foreign, a little alien to you. You feel like you're standing almost in like a body parts warehouse as you look around
What?
and take stock of the different limbs, and there's torso That's just a chunk of flesh over there.
Nice.
There are bloodstains everywhere, and a rather grotesque collection of human-ish jaws. The lower jaw stacked on a table. The mandible. Thank you.
So I don't have dark vision, but I can cast dark vision on somebody. Can I do it on myself? Because it says touch
A willing creature. You're a willing creature.
Okay,
Yeah.
I give myself dark vision.
As
That's
soon
what
as she
you
does it,
see.
she becomes uninvisible.
Dorel cannot see.
Oh, okay.
You're fine, because we're not.
I have
there.
dark vision.
So you two take note of these rather gruesome Jack the Ripper grade.
Was it a dead boob I was feeling earlier?
Oh.
Ooh.
Always a boob.
Oh, it was a boob.
Oh.
Always a boob with you.
Hey,
That's what he said, man.
stage,
true.
That
stage
is what he
whisper.
said.
Should I light a candle? Or can you guys lead us through this?
Can I do it on more than one person?
Does it say touch a willing creature?
If it says A, it's only one.
It's one
Oh,
person.
okay.
As soon as you cast it again, it goes away.
As a side note, Phan goes up to the wall and looks down.
There's
When
nobody
he
there.
notices they're gone, he's just gonna be like,
Are
fuck.
we in
And he's gonna
the
go back into the city. And I'm gonna start looking for the Mirthless Veil
You're
And
not
the
gonna
things we
keep
talked about.
tapping?
Make
and the things we talked
Maybe
about.
make-
making noise or something?
Nope.
make two
Game over at this
separate
point.
make two separate perception checks for me.
Okay, perception 1 is a 17.
Okay.
17. Perception 2.
At least we know when we get out of this world, we can cast your message to get to him.
Mm-hmm.
Since your bird of sending is pretty much
23.
a common type of
23.
form of communication.
Yeah.
Okay. As you're kind of coasting along as this lizard, this very rapidly moving, very fast, and not inhibited by a 30-foot wall lizard,
No. He's not.
dashing
He's
through
not.
this area, you don't know the name of this region, but you do know roughly where the docks should be. And as you're kind of just trying to avoid detection and taking slight pauses sometimes, you notice as you're climbing a particular building, you're standing, you're holding on to, you're holding onto the wall. There's a yellow stained glass window below you. It's just straight yellow and has, some simple design on it. The sign in front of you has the picture of a lute, and it says "The Ugly Banjo" above it. And as you are taking a gander around this area, you notice there seems to be a homeless individual, and your eyes immediately focus on this individual as he's lying on his side, kind of almost like he's nursing like a wound to the ribs. You can see he has one flip-flop on, and he has just piles and piles of like furs over him. And you get the sneaking suspicion that individual may have some of the things that you're looking for.
Am I in kind of a spot where there's not guards?
You have not
Frolicking
seen,
around
no
or-
guards. Any guards that you've seen in here are a little bit on alert, and they tend to stick together. This
Okay.
seems to not be the nicest area that you've ever been into. It's dark and it's humid, and
And he's
the
kind of
streets are almost
little
yeah. He's
corner.
kind of it's almost like a little, not an alley, but just like a recess between buildings that comes to a terminated point that's about 5 feet back from the main road, and he's just it looks like he's trying to sleep.
Okay. I'm going to I'm gonna kind of get behind him, and when I hear him do this weird sound,
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of get behind him, tucked away into the corner as much as I can, and I am going to turn back into Phan.
Okay. As you shapeshift back into your Luxodon itself, you have to almost It's almost a stumble to avoid stepping on him, but you do manage to avoid it, and as you kind of unstraddle yourself from his haunches, he seems completely undisturbed.
And I'm going to speak with him. I notice you may have something I need.
There's a stirring underneath these, and the orc that kind of sits up, very small for an orc, likely he's some sort of half-orc, has a broad triangular shaped forehead that comes down, and it's like his forehead just becomes his nose, whereas there's no like bridge right here. Like if he had glasses, they'd be really uncomfortable and they'd stick out super far. And his long, broad, wide nose and just triangular jaw gives him a very foreign feel. Excuse me. Burgers.
And I will.
They're bad for you.
I will flash my medallion at him.
Okay. As you
Just
kind of present
real
this
quick.
ceremonial piece to him, he kind of sits up. Hey, what's it to you?
Well, there's two things I need, I guess. I'm hoping you can supply one of those. I know who you are. I would like to gather some information, if possible.
As always, customary. Payments are in order.
I will pull out 100 gold. This can be yours if you give me it. Here's 50 first. I need to know if you can help me with possibly a bowl of diamonds. A diamond encrusted bowl.
Some expensive cooking
Bye.
there.
I know you might not have that, but you might know
Bowling.
What
where
type of bowl is that?
I need to go for that.
Friendly bowl is the passing bowl.
Right.
Somewhere where I may not have to pay for it, if you know what I mean.
That stink eye.
Acquire.
Yeah,
Charity bowl.
yeah, exactly, sir.
No, it
For the homies.
charity ball.
Ah, charity ball. I see what you're saying. Charity ball. Okay.
Centennial District's what you're looking for.
I want to take a drink, but I'm afraid I'm gonna laugh.
Do it.
That's fair. You got a specific place, or is the charity ball that specific place?
Charity ball at the Rosary Gardens, Centennial District. It's right next to the Butterfly Preserve.
The last thing I'm gonna need is here's your other 50, by the way. And I'll hand him the other 50 gold. I was hoping you could get me some form of information on a gentleman who's prominent here. Keep it on a down low.
Information I have plenty.
Whether you can give it to me now or later, I'll be at the Mirthless Vale.
I'm not going there.
That's fair. Why not, may I ask?
I live here.
That's also fair. Anywho, I need to know about Ivor, maybe his daily routine, maybe where he is or who's guarding him.
You and half this city. I ain't none seen Ivor going for nigh on 2 months now. If you find him, take him to the captain of the guard, get yourself a pretty penny. in recompense.
You're hoping he won't be around too long is kind of the gist there.
Well, he ain't around right now, is he?
I wouldn't be so sure about that. If you don't know, you know better than I would, so.
They say he went mad. They say he's off his rocker. Hasn't been to his home in the burbs in 2 months.
Well, I know he's at least sleeping in a room. I got that much.
Must be nice.
Yeah, it must be. You, by chance, know where he used to stay?
Memory's feeling a little foggy. Perhaps, some gold might loosen up the old gears, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I'll give you, I'll take out another 50 gold and put it in front of him.
Mighty fine of you. There it is.
It's important information.
I'll keep it right here. Had a hard time opening the box. Lives up in the burbs, you say. There's a big old mansion, blue on the front. Beautiful trees, they say. I've never been there myself, not allowed past the hold walls. So they don't allow somebody as high class as myself to mingle with such inferior beings.
Is that area as well protected as this area? There's guards fucking everywhere.
Well, seems how I watch over this area. Ain't nowhere as safe as here.
It's good to know. Do you have, by chance, have a place, if you were to try to lay low, where would you go here? Just curious.
Harder to lay lower than the mud after a couple beers outside your favorite bar, isn't it?
That's true, I guess. I will,
Ain't nobody looking for a vagabond like me. Can't get none lower.
That's fair.
He's not drinking anything. The DM is because
Right. I understand.
Holding his eye closed is real rough.
You got any idea where, this blue mansion you speak of? What district that in?
It's in the burbs. The burbs. This is your first time here.
The burbs.
It's been some years.
Everybody knows the burbs. It's where all 12 of the families live. Well, 11
What happened to the other one?
burned out. They say his mistress is caught up with him. Set him afire, set him ablaze, burnt down everything around.
Oh, you don't say. Too bad it didn't happen to the other 10, huh? Just have one of them left.
Who runs the state ain't no business of mine. As long as I keep enough to keep the drinks flowing, let them have their toys.
Yeah, that's fair. I take it you don't leave this spot much, do you?
Going to that bar there sometimes. Strongest and most famous of all patrons of the ugly banjo, at your service.
My last question for you, I guess. Ivor known to have anyone with him?
He's got a wife, children.
Are they still around?
They're the ones who are looking for him. The ones who posted the bounty on him. Bounty says they prefer him alive. I doubt that.
Why'd they post a bounty on him if he's...
Wouldn't you be interested if the head of your family went missing? Or you're not the hoity-toity type?
I'm not. I usually take money for not bringing them back, if you know what I mean. But thank you, I guess.
No, I don't know what you mean.
I kill people for a living, and I'm gonna turn back into my lizard self and.
As soon as you do that, it's, oh shit! And you're like, stop right there.
And I'm actually gonna make my way. How far is?
Technically downtown.
It's like Pavlovian.
How far is the charity ball?
You don't know. You have no idea. You've never been to the inner quarters.
Alright, I'm gonna go look for the Sentinel District charity ball. While you
The Centennial District.
Centennial District.
Okay. I wish you luck. You guys standing in this room
Same, brother.
full of really nasty. The smell's starting to catch up with you at this point. It is pungent. It is a smell of iron. It is a smell of rot. It is a smell of fear. There's a pheromone layer in here that is borderline gagging you as the longer you stand in here. What do you guys
Okay.
do?
Dorel wants to know who farted.
You smelt it.
Has
Smelt
it. The walls.
Did we
start
actually
talking.
hear that?
Let's try to get the
None
fuck
of you
out
hear
of here.
Yeah.
What is the problem? Dorel does not understand. I cannot see.
I cannot see as well.
Let's go.
There's blood. There's blood
Makes me
and
so
people
happy.
everywhere. Let's go.
Okay, definitely don't want to see anything then.
Nothing Dorel has not seen
I just
before.
do this.
I can't see you.
You're
Well, I get right up in your face when I do that.
Nope, you're still invisible.
Invisible.
Oh.
Unless you choose to become uninvisible.
You have to, yeah, either you choose to become invisible or.
Do we have any sense of, so we're in there, does she and I have any sense of a direction that we can pass through? Like, can we get out of this place?
Well,
Can
I've
we
been
turn
in this
around?
area before.
Yeah,
this
we
is
went
a
This is
new.
not the exit you took.
This is not the exit we took?
Can we leave? Can we go back out the way we came? Or are we screwed?
do that.
No,
You can
let's
go
keep going.
city hall.
Looking around,
You
you're in
already
some
are.
sort of closet, and it seems to be in relationship to the area around you. It seems to be on the outer perimeter of the wall.
So there's like, it's just
It's-
a room.
Yeah, it's just like a 7-foot deep room that's probably about 3 to 4 feet wide. It's actually very difficult for all of you to be in here, and there seems to be these
I'm
3
gonna
small
check
steps that
around
lead
for,
up
like-
to a door.
There is a door?
Oh, okay, let's go there.
Dorel does not think the other side of the door will be better than what is in here.
I
If
cast.
anything, the people who did what is in here are on the other side of the door there.
I cast clairvoyancy,
Okay.
You want
and
to fight
I
your
would
way
like
out?
to have
I
it
like your
start
moxie.
on the
will
other
fight
side
your
of the door,
moxie.
and it's an invisible sensor.
It can go for doors.
It can, as long as I say, I can pretty much say, I want it to start behind the door.
Oh.
So then I'm gonna grab Odette's baby hand. I was trying to think of what's on her side.
Grab my good
I was
hand.
like, whoa.
Take my strong hand.
Want some pie?
Some pie.
I think it myself.
I'll grab her baby hand.
Okay.
That's not appropriate.
Eyes go white, roll back in the back of my
It's
head.
quoting movie.
And I'm gonna
Okay.
use the scene.
Okay.
We can't be too.
As soon as you cast the spell, your eyes rolling back into your head, they immediately slam back down as you feel some sort of magical aura that inhibits your ability to see in this room and whatever's on the other side.
Guys, this is a magical area. Like I can't do any spells to go outside of this door.
I just have the weirdest thought that I hope doesn't happen.
Dorel thinks we should
I'm
stand around
really
and
interested.
leave.
You should text me now. I won't do it, I promise.
I could.
Unless it's what I was
counterspell
originally planning to
it.
do, in which case
We
I
should
will
go
do
out
it.
the other way
But
we
it won't be
came.
because you texted it to me. I'm just curious
Okay.
because I like to know these things.
Okay.
And
This
I
is
may
not a
take
good
it
place
as a
to
no.
be.
We're just gonna
Yes.
shimmy back. Nope.
Yes.
Nope, nope,
Why?
nope, nope.
Yeah, we're noping out.
Nope. Nope
guess.
out.
We are Leslie noping our way out of here.
The nope ropes.
Yeah.
Okay, so since
Which way are you
Uh,
going?
Turning back to
Back?
where we came out.
No, but that's super cool.
I don't know
That
if I
would've
had
been
that
I
thought,
don't
but
know
been
now.
great.
If that's not what it is. What
It
is
was
it?
the Star Wars garbage disposal.
you know.
Oh no!
No,
Yeah.
that would have been super cool.
I had that thought. I was like, well,
I hope that
Dan's
I
on
hope
his
that
own.
ends up in one of your guys' campaigns because now I want to be a character in that room because I've always felt that they fucked that up.
Yeah.
Why?
Could have done better. We'll talk about that halftime.
Darrell, do you want to magey handy the lever and just kind of...
Are you guys going back out?
Dorel
Where you came in?
Yes.
Where the
Yes.
fuck else are we gonna go? We're in a
Yes.
closet
You're in a
with
closet.
dead bodies, and we can't.
Dorel will
psyche
cast
our
detect
sphere
magic
out.
and use the magic sense of the door that we came in through to guide our way back to it.
Okay.
We don't,
It's not. Yeah, you're in the same.
We're
room.
Whatever.
literally in just
I'm
a
going
closet.
towards
Just
the.
turn around.
You can
Just
see
turn
there's a
around.
magic
Yes.
plate.
Yeah, all we have to do
Okay, I
is
step
turn
on it. Does it open?
No, you have to place something in it. You place something in it as you
There's a lot of
do.
dead body
The,
parts
sto-
here.
the,
Yeah, I'm
the
gonna-
stone wall slides open.
Stepping out.
I
As
know
you
about.
guys nope out of the room.
Can we keep walking along the northeast wall where we
Supposedly had a fucking path,
Yeah.
a tunnel that we were
I
supposed to
write my
find.
book. Can we just go through the fucking front door at this point?
Dorel doesn't see a reason why we shouldn't.
I animate talk this really fast. If we go through the fucking front door, there's a possibility they have true sight, that they won't potentially be able to see you guys if you're invisible. So ultimately, we just have to go through, and they would have to see all of us.
I purposely dropped the invisibility on myself.
But
No,
also,
no. I could do it again if we try to go through the front gate. They're pretty much going to see us.
I
This
think
one is
he's
very obvious.
making a point. Is the
Yeah.
point?
I purposely just dropped it. I just dropped the invisibility.
Right.
I write my book. Why don't we space out how we enter? Go in pairs of 2.
I'm worried about this.
I'm really well known here. And probably a wanted fugitive.
And your person who can polymorph is inside.
I joke
Um,
here, I wear a hat.
Oh, hello.
Can you polymorph?
indeed.
Oh, can you turn her? Well,
Sorry, I'm feeling a hernia.
what if they have?
Stop! Don't. You're gonna figure yourself out.
Is there something? No.
That's
What?
what's
What
gonna
he say?
be-
What he
we'll
say?
talk- No, we'll talk about this later. We'll talk about this. Just watch. We'll talk.
Would I know that the city has some type of field of magic that as soon as you walk through,
No.
all other
Yes,
magic
you
things
do know,
drop?
and the answer is no.
Thank God.
There are casters placed on the wall strategically. That is something that you two would have shared in, as your husband was involved in quite a bit, including city defenses and something you've discussed.
So they
There are
just-
mages stationed.
Are they basically like
Miracles.
TSA? They kind of just look and see if there's something that ticks up, and then they're like, okay, we'll check this, but it's not a constant like.
I mean, you don't know.
Well, for her, though.
But they could pretty much do true sight.
The guards,
Yeah.
the NPC guards.
Yes.
No,
They-
But you have magicians.
stationed at intervals on the parapet, on the ramparts. Sure.
Because my main thing is that someone's going to notice that she is magic something. And be like, what the fuck?
feel her into his pocket.
Okay. Let's do it. Yeah. We're gonna
Dorel has a second idea.
Yes, Dorel.
go Dorel.
Go for Darrell.
First off, yes, we should do this, but also I can send a message directly to Phan, because it seems that we've gotten separated from that loaf of an idiot.
Yes.
This
So
is
let's
the one who made it.
multitask here.
How do you send a message?
It is literally called sending.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and send a message.
Oh god.
Tell
He
them to
can
meet us at the front gate.
Oh god.
He can respond in kind to the message.
Oh god.
Okay.
Is it a telepathy or like?
It's sending.
I know, but
You
Just
hear
burn
the message in your
spell
mind.
slot for no fucking
Okay.
reason.
You recognize the sender if it knows you. You can answer in a like manner. 25 words or less. Spell neighbors, the creature intelligence, or at least one understanding the initiative. Send the message across any distance and even to other planes of existence, but if the target is on a different plane than you, there's 5% chance that the message doesn't arrive.
So it should arrive.
So
as long as I can respond like.
it
25
seems
words.
rather risk-free to send this message. I
Yeah.
think we should do it.
I think we should send a message. We polymorph her into a cat.
Perhaps something smaller.
A bird.
I hold open my
Hey.
pocket.
A spider?
Guanapo would probably eat the spider.
A mouse.
A mouse, I think. Guanapo
Guanapo would probably eat the mouse.
Guanapo won't eat me.
Guanapo's got some self-control, guys.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then let's change Odette into something. Be like, oh, you have a pet, something or other.
A lizard seems well enough to me.
Yeah, I'll do a lizard.
Okay, lizard.
Guanapo is well adjusted to lizards as well, so
Oh yeah, right.
because Phan's a
Makes
lizard
sense.
constantly.
Excellent. So let's go ahead and do that plan. You're coming out with the bangers, man.
Yes.
And then have us go to the front gate and go BAU like nothing's happening.
Now, should we have Phan meet us at the front gate?
I would suggest that he meet us at the first tavern just outside the gate.
Let us say we head directly west. The first tavern we run into the west.
That, yeah.
We don't want to make turns, right?
No turns. We are literally going to, and we're going to go to the gate, and we're going to find the first tavern.
First tavern
From the gate.
From the gate. Yes. Okay. So I'm gonna cast Sending,
Okay.
and I have 25 words. Phan, idiot. We are meeting at tavern. First from front gate
To the west. To the west.
to the west.
I'm ready.
Okay, 24.
That's
Or that's 19.
That's 19.
Idiot.
What time?
Oh, wait, hold on. This is Dora.
22. No, this is, yeah, so we're doing
23.
this Durrell.
All right. What time to be there?
Immediately.
I'm gathering some things, and then I will see you there. It may be sometime, but before morning. Love you.
Okay, I can't respond back unless I want to
Perfect.
another spell slot. So.
Perfect. Love you.
He will meet us there eventually, and he loves us.
So
Okay.
we're just going to hang
Perfect.
outside this tavern. Okay, cool.
We can go in. Why not?
Tavern closes the gate. I'm just
Do you
be
want to
walking in
stay
tavern.
outside?
I
Hey,
think
is
we
this one
should chill
closest to the
outside.
gate?
I think we should hang out outside.
Why?
I don't think we should go inside the tavern. If we go inside the tavern, I think people will start looking at us and assessing.
Okay,
who's
but
in
more people will see us if we are outside because foot traffic.
If we're just chilling and people are walking through this gate, I'm guessing this is a main gate. People are just walking. No one's paying attention to us. Plus, then we can move in with the crowd.
Have you ever heard of the crime called loitering?
It's not loitering. This is a big ass fucking
If
city.
we're just standing there, that's loitering.
We're chilling.
So if the guards come along, we'll say, "Do not worry, guard. We are chilling."
I write
Yes.
in my book.
Do you know where people generally chill?
Right here.
At a bar.
Right. We're waiting for our significant others to show up.
At the bar.
Yep.
The point is to meet Phan at the bar.
Yes.
Dorel does not understand your logic. There seems to be none.
There is. You don't see those bikers hanging out in front of a bar?
Dorel
Chilling?
didn't even give Phan a time to be.
He said
Immediately seem to be like the implication.
Yeah, I'll get there.
We wait out there. We wait for at least 10 minutes,
We
and
gave
then
you
we'll go
time.
inside.
It wouldn't be enough either, anyways.
So you just want to sit outside the bar.
We're gonna chill outside the bar.
Is this like Jay and Silent Bob?
Why?
Yes.
Just like hanging out.
I'm okay with going inside the bar.
I think going inside the bar is the smart play.
All right. Well, we're
Yeah.
sneakily whispering this, and now we are gonna sneakily go back the way we came.
But first, I sneakily cast polymerization and turn her into a dung beetle,
Okay.
Nothing we talked about.
and I stick
We
her,
said a lizard.
stick her in my
As a dung
pocket.
beetle.
Nothing we talked about. If she's going to anyone's pocket, she's going to mine.
Are you resisting the effects?
No.
Okay.
I will take her softly from Naboo Dutch.
The Vintage
I-
has already placed the dung beetle in his pocket.
my wife!
I will.
That's my wife.
I do
That's my wife.
apologize. I had intended to turn you into a lizard, but the darker side stuck out for a second there, and now you're a dung beetle, so deal with it.
Can I have my wife, please?
Huh?
Can I have my wife?
Who?
My wife.
The dung beetle.
Yep.
The dung beetle.
she's pressed
Sure.
against anyone's chest.
Sure.
Should be mine.
Here is this dung beetle.
I would put her in my peasant.
Do you want her dung beetle ball?
Opened up.
She made a ball already inside.
No, you can't.
Here, she needs
That'll
this.
blitz. That'll blitz.
With your monk dexterity mixed with the dung beetle's tenacity for rolling
Natural
poop.
instinct. Love it.
7.
No.
Just
It is
flaw.
Dung
one
beetles have had-
string of lint.
Collection, it's starting. As you guys make your way back and then enter through the main part of the city, the area immediately in front of the gates is well lit. It's not paved, but it is stamped hard earth, and you imagine that even a good rain probably wouldn't loosen this. There are guards all over the place that are, helping people left and right. They don't seem to be making any signs of aggression. You don't see anybody being arrested, but a lot of the guards seem to be engaging with the public as they're approaching, and helping them find ways through. Nobody takes any interest in you, per se.
Cool.
I will stop by the nearest guard,
No, you
Okay.
will not.
and I will ask him, which way to the nearest tavern, sir?
Is this your first time to the city?
Indeed, it is.
Yeah.
My name is
Feeling
Dorel.
inspired right now.
I'm Nim, a traveling bard.
And he holds out a piece of paper. You take it.
Don't break 'em. First bar is over there.
Thank you, good sir.
It's the devout husband. Hope you enjoy your stay at Ceta-Gatling.
Thank you,
Thank
kind
you.
sir.
The Val.
Dorel away.
It's the worst cruise ship operator ever.
As you guys enter the city, it is incredibly easy to do so. They don't vet you. There's no
Fight through a dead corpse chamber.
there's no investigatory process. They just kind of let you in.
Like we could have done this 30 minutes ago.
Fuck right up.
There are torches all over the place.
You literally sat
And
an hour and a half. It's been almost
the
2 hours.
communication, not the community, the diversity of population that's entering is wide. It is predominantly elven and human, but there are dwarves and you see a couple of kobolds and no kenkers. Nope.
It's
and
because
no
you were
Loxodons. There are a couple tabaxi that are making their way through. It seems that they're in some sort of religious apparel with a dark brown hood and robes set up with these bright orange sashes that are wrapped around them. Excuse me.
Wait. Describe those religious people again?
They're tabaxi and they're wearing brown hoods and brown robes and they have bright orange sashes.
Is that what we saw when we were being attacked?
In Goodfella?
Yeah, are they the same people that were knocking on the doors?
No, those were good
No.
guys, remember?
They were black.
They were
and had,
very bad good
red
guys.
marks on
They
their
had
chest.
red, okay,
Yeah.
the orange.
Those
ones.
were
It was
the
black and red
afflicted,
versus brown and white.
Skinned men.
And it just seems to be a very large collection. The collection of people around you is very diverse, and as you enter, there are multiple streets that branch off. There's 4 different streets that seem to make some sort of vein into the city, and the first 2 streets make this sharp angle, and at the corner you can see there is a pub of some sort, and painted across the front of it is the name of the bar that he gave you. And if you would like to, this is your most, what did you guys say, the western, right?
West.
Yes.
The
Well,
west?
westmost.
Yeah, this would be the westmost. It sticks out further than the
West.
rest. The west is behind you, right? No, I take
We
that back. The
travel
west,
from-
yeah, you would travel from the east to the
Yeah.
west, so this would be the westmost.
Are there people hanging out outside?
No, everybody seems to be inside.
I swear, he sides
People-
with me all the time. On this
People
stuff.
are not hanging out outside the bars. There's a couple
no one on a chopper, just sitting there.
speaking-
Brum, brum, brum.
There's a couple holding hands and whispering sweet nothings to each other, but they're kind of off from the front end of the bar,
Face is really
and
itchy.
they could be, anybody. You two would know this area, excuse me, as the
I can't see shit. I'm in a pocket.
oh yeah,
Oh
no.
no, shit's probably the only thing you can't see.
I'm wearing a brown shirt.
With this pocket. Oh man, I'm breaking it. Chris, what's the moving button? Got it.
Concentration for 1 hour.
You guys are in the interstitial quadrant. The interstitial quadrant. It is the area between all of the other regions in Ceta-Gatling. To the south will be the reed banks. They butt right up against the shore, but the soft soils down there have made it kind of a bad place to build buildings. And the Cud slums are immediately to your north. Yeah, you have no fucking clue.
Let's have a drink.
Perhaps you should let me take
Point.
your wife Beetle to the bathroom.
I need some pooplings.
So that I can turn her not into a beetle?
Into what?
Into herself.
No.
We're keeping her hidden the whole time?
It's only an hour spell.
It's only an hour long spell, so I guess.
How many spell slots you got? He's a warlock, not a wizard or a sorcerer.
I'm a bard.
But you can't maintain that. You can do invisibility.
As long as there's shadows and kind of darkness, I can go
You also have the potion and you also have the ring.
invisible.
Are you planning on being gone that long?
I'm trying to save you guys. I don't care what happens.
So I have
Clearly.
the shadows.
Yeah, are there
so
rooms
if
to
there's
rent?
shadows, I can be invisible.
Dorel would like to rent a room.
As you
I'm gonna, the most persuasive
open the
person
door,
should probably
I
ask
am
the question.
Dorel.
The most persuasive person, the bard.
I would like to persuade you that I am more persuasive.
Third person Dorel seems rather persuasive.
Plus 12 to my persuasion.
Plus Dorel to my persuasion.
Yeah.
Which is
Anytime.
on that one.
Hey DM, what's a
I'm gonna
Dorel? Add
go
to
up.
my persuasion.
That's at least a D4 inspiration.
At least.
Let's look. I'm gonna look for an area in the tavern that is like the most secluded. I'm about to boo y'all.
Yeah,
Fucking,
no.
what's his
These
name?
these
In the
tables
back
are
corner, smoking
large.
pipe.
There's only
I'm a
3
nerd.
tables at this in this building, but there's about 12 seats around each table, and it seems like everybody just kind of sits in this communal style and communicates with each other. There is an older human woman behind the bar that is kind of tending to things, as you enter, nobody really takes notice of your very aggressive push of the door open. There's an old human. He has very dark skin and this like scraggly gray beard that's coming in like patchwork affairs, and looks like he would normally be really well kept, but he seems a little tired at this moment. You see deep bags under his eyes. He's wearing this like lime green and acid washed armor, and he's just got his arms folded, and he's kind of got this sleepy look on his face, as there's a dwarven woman in purple armor that is just like ripping into a turkey leg and then continuing whatever story she was telling. There's a couple of well cloaked, like they have like masks over their face that seem to obscure the majority of their features. There are a couple women that are like, you know, telling a story rapidly. One of them reaches over and grabs one of the bar maidens or matrons and like says something to him, and he yeah.
I'm gonna make my way up to the bar. I'm gonna slick back my beautiful black hair, put my chest shirt, shoulder chest. I'm also clean shaven, no hairy chest.
Yeah.
Smooth. Very smooth. Rippling pecs.
Rippling.
That's how I imagine him in my head.
Rippling.
I don't know if that's how I imagine him. I don't know if
That
that's
was
how I
a little
imagine
bit of
him.
a hillbilly elf.
No,
So.
He's a bit a little like goofy in my opinion.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
not Bon. Luca is now inside him and is now strutting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to the bar. Hello, my dear lady. Do you have rooms available?
As she turns, the dandruff that's in her hair just kind of like
Soda.
spreads out, and you're like, and as she
Don't breathe in the
like,
place.
we don't have any rooms here. This is a eating establishment only. But we can pick up on that conversation after break because we're gonna go to break.
I was gonna say, I got pee.
And yeah, no, I couldn't hold it any longer. So give us like 5-10 minutes to get more beers and empty the blurs and sneeze. And we'll be back. Stick around.
At one point in her life, she had 11 toes. Then she ate one. Her name is Christy. She'll be painting art.
Hey guys, this is Christy. I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about some of the stuff that I'm doing here for this video. So right now, I'm just kind of putting out some of the paints. As you can see, I have literally every kind of paint you could imagine. No specific brand. I don't really stick to any brand. I just kind of go for whatever color I like. And you can pick up any of these at any local craft store that you might have. Michael's, Hobby Lobby, Jerry's Art Supply or Artorama in Tempe, Arizona is one of my favorites. So yeah, so just kind of painting the inside here. I don't really have any rhyme or reason for how much paint I use or whatnot. I just kind of blob out as much as I need, and then you can always add as you go. As far as the little paint palette off to the side. As you can see, I'm just using a little paper plate because it's what I have on hand. Here's the mouth. You can kind of see I missed almost the entire roof of his mouth. Didn't realize that till later, so you'll see me working on the mouth again in the future. So just one thing to be sure of when you're painting different minis and things like that, just be sure to look around in all the little crevices. Right now, as you can see, just kind of adding in, you know, just some of the overall color. This you don't really need to be too precise on, just kind of filling it up, making sure I get all, like I said, all the little crevices. Here you can see just kind of doing some of the finer details on the outline around the eyeball, just kind of cleaning it up a little bit after that first kind of general base coat. Here I am wiping off a little piece of the eyeball, kind of did a little over splash there with paint on accident, so nice little rubber tip, kind of just wipe it right off. You can also use paper towel, whatever you have on hand honestly works best. So let's see here, just kind of, you know, again, still you can see sticking with the purple, just kind of going around adding as much as I can. Just filling in all those little crevices and just making sure, like I mentioned earlier, get a nice little base layer down. Right now I'm doing his gums, or the area I guess above his gums. I figured, you know, maybe kind of add like a little light purple to mix with the darker purple on there, just kind of add a little bit of dimension. Here I am doing kind of just the inside of his mouth a little bit, just making sure, you know, I get all the purple that I kind of missed at the beginning. So you'll see me updating things here. Here I'm just using a little heat gun to dry up the paint, speed up the process a little bit. Obviously this is optional. You can also use a hair dryer, literally whatever you have on hand. It's not that serious. And so here you can tell right now just redoing the inside of the mouth area that I missed earlier. And as you know, as I'm kind of doing the sides and things like that, I kept touching the mouth and the tongue because it sticks out there in the middle. You can kind of hardly see, but you know, just cleaning it up a little bit. So here, a little blurry, getting used to it. This is the first video, so bear with me on any hiccups or or anything as we get started. I promise they'll get better as I learn. No, we can thank Zoe for trimming this video and especially making that nice little intro. She is amazing, so wouldn't be possible without her help. Here I am, you know, just doing, like I mentioned earlier, just little touch-ups here and there. I believe right there, just kind of smearing in some of the paint, just kind of mixing it together. You can either mix on your palette or on the actual mini itself. With this beholder, he actually has, as you can see in the background, some additional parts that you can kind of interchange and put on top, or, you know, take out some of the little, I don't know what they're even called, little eyeball portions. Here it is, you know, you can see some of the shading. Got his little horns shaded, kind of darker. Figured that would be kind of a nice little look to give it, you know, a little bit of dimension. The back I kind of didn't touch. I was going to leave that till a little bit later when I figured out what kind of direction I wanted to go and, you know, the exact look I was looking for. So as you can see, the video's changed just a little bit, you know, starting to get into the nighttime, so we had to switch the lighting up a little bit. But for this, you know, just kind of going over his teeth. You know, I figured with the beholder, I don't know, those teeth are looking pretty gnarly, so figured kind of give him some bloody gums, some, you know, plaque, tooth decay, all that good stuff, kind of make it a little bit gnarlier. You know, add, like I mentioned, dimension a couple times, and just, you know, kind of add some of that shading in there, just whatever I feel like a gross beholder mouth would look like. I'm not a D&D person myself, so I don't know exactly what a beholder is, so I kind of leave up to my interpretations for each of these, so if any of these are off base, just bear with me, still learning, I'll get the hang of it. But yeah, so right now I'm just covering his eyeball, so I had an idea to use more of this, what's the word for it, kind of like a little film. They're little pieces of foil, there's the word I'm looking for, just little colored foil, so I wanted to make his eyeball red, and I wanted the foil to be red so it kind of looked like almost like a shiny eyeball. So here I'm just kind of matching up all of his tiny little eyeballs to match the original eyeball, so that way we can just kind of have everything solid across the board, kind of make him as seamless and as the same as possible. I put little yellow around his eyes, you can see, and now I'm putting on a clear little varnish acting as a glue for the red foil, as I mentioned. So you'll see I kind of broke it up into small sections, just using a little toothpick to piece it on. Figured, that piece is really big, so let's go ahead and add in a new piece here. So just kind of sticking it on one by one. A little bit tedious, but I think for the, you know, the outcome, I think it looks really nice. You know, once it's all said and done. You know, I'm just trying to kind of do the outline of his eyeball, and then we'll go ahead and fill in with the black in the middle and a clear layer over it, just, you know, to really solidify it and hold it all in there so that way the pieces aren't flaking off or anything crazy. So as you can see, starting to look pretty good. Looks especially good with the light shining on it, so that way you can see kind of the glimmers in his scary eyeball. And I went ahead and I added the little pieces to all the little eyeballs and try to make them as similar as possible, as you can tell there. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching and caring about my little art segment. There will be more to come, and hopefully as I get better with this, the videos will too. Thank you so much, guys.
tavern. They're going, which we have successfully done at this point and are waiting at a bar. A very dandruff-laden maiden.
Wow.
Right?
I've been waiting for
No,
that.
that one came right off the cuff. I was like,
that was good.
Is serving you booze and is informing you that I don't remember what accent we used. Right, we don't have any rooms here. This is an eatery, a gastropub, if you will. It's a bar.
Right, not a tavern.
No.
No. Excellent. Then can I have three pints of your cheapest ale?
Woodruff ale. Coming right up. Which table?
Say dandruff ale?
Woodruff.
Dandruff ale? I was like,
Can we get one of the little
Like screens on the
one of
top?
those like little you get a beta fish and you have those little nets. Can we get like one of those scooper nets?
Yeah, it comes along with it, a strainer.
A skimmer?
The signs all come with toppers.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 please.
Yep. She, nods politely and doesn't ask for payment or anything. Goes off to her business. You guys find space at a table. Huh?
Pay her anything?
I mean, it seems like she's gonna bring you your drinks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Also want pretzels.
Pretzels, pretzels. You're.
Yeah. Charcuterie, please.
Yeah. No.
Pretzels again.
Pretzels again.
That's
Pretzels
what I
and
was
ale. Pretzels and ale. You guys find a place to sit. You take the dung beetle out of your pocket and put it on the table and kind of guard it carefully. You get some weird looks for it. There's a.
Wait, no, let's not put her out. Someone's gonna come by.
You
and go,
decide to put it back in your.
it's in Naboontosh's pocket.
Don't
in
say
the
it.
Boontosh's.
Sorry. She is in Naboontosh's pocket.
But it seems that this section of the world is yours. Nobody
Cool.
seems to be bothering you.
What's wrong with you?
How long are we gonna hang out here?
Well, how long has it been since we entered the city?
About 10 minutes.
We've got about 15 minutes. Doro has about 50 minutes left of concentration
no,
juices.
you don't. You have like 20 minutes left of concentration juices because you would have had to cast the spell on her well out of line of sight of the guards, which would have been roughly 30 minutes back away from the wall. Right?
Sure.
30, 40, 20.
Okay, so how much time's passed?
You have about either somewhere in the neighborhood of 10 to 15 minutes left before the spell
You
breaks.
said it was 20.
20 minutes before the spell breaks. Somebody listens better than I
Are you
thought.
able to?
What is happening?
There's fireworks.
I hope so. The fireworks.
right now.
Either that or World War II, World War III has started and we are just at it, guys.
Oh yeah,
If
fireworks.
we hear those World War III, not World War III.
World War Z.
War of the World.
War of the Worlds.
Tim. Oh, I'm done. I'm having a stroke.
Yeah.
Drink some more mimosa, damn.
Or maybe not. Anyways.
Yeah, we're playing D&D,
Yeah.
right?
No, you guys are good. What do you guys, I mean, you're just sitting at a table having a hard time talking. Your drinks are served to you.
Joelle, is the bar wench has come to us?
Yeah.
Excuse me, miss.
Hi.
My name is Dorel Hell, first off. Where would we be able to...
Vivian.
Vivian.
Ooh, Vivian.
Nice to meet you, Vivian.
Hello,
Where would
Vivian.
we be able to procure...
Vivian Borahurian.
Irrelevant.
No,
Where would we
very
be able
relevant. Hello.
to procure a place to sleep or bed down this evening?
Right, I used to paint, I wasn't always a bar wench.
Fascinating.
Do you paint naked figures?
No.
Would you like to?
If you were to give me about half an hour after finding out this information, I
Cheap
might be much
Buffalo
more
is the best
interested.
place to go.
And where might that be?
It's not far from here.
That's very inconclusive towards my goals. 5 minutes, a short little jaunt.
Yeah, like 5 minutes. Like more than like 1 minute, but less than like 30.
I take Vivian's hand.
It's down the street. That way.
Which direction? To the west?
Yeah. Well, I mean, everything's to the west of here. We're the westmost part of the state.
I take Vivian's
See, it
hand.
even says it right over there, over the head of the door. And you look over, and there's a plaque that says the westmost point of the city.
Wait, this is the westmost
Or
point?
eastmost point.
Okay. So is it to the west then?
It's to the west.
Okay.
We are west.
No, we're not. We are on the east side of the city.
west side is where the water is.
Yes.
Then why did we tell him the west side of the gate?
The westmost bar inside the gate.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that way he could head straight, basically.
You head to
was
the
goal.
gate, you go to the most
You
You
western
go
bar.
straight.
I'm on.
If we had said northernmost, it would have been, oh, take a right and go north. That was the
I
point.
trust you, whatever.
'Kay.
You do your thing, keen mind.
Dear traveling companion, I will be back within the next half an hour or so, and I'm going to grab the beetle off the table, throw it in my pocket.
I mean, you can just re-up the spell. You don't have to go anywhere.
We're
to do
just
anything.
diverting everyone. Everyone's leaving. Just separating? Is that what we're doing here?
I will be back.
I'll be back does not tell me that you will actually be back.
I'll be back. And I leave.
Okay.
And I'm going to the west to find this.
Yeah. As you follow the directions she gave you,
A name I would remember.
there are
Exactly what
several
Fran was
there are several buildings that you identify as like
it was
homes,
my
but it
art
seems
too.
that they're like multi-family homes.
How many did he have?
Like maybe each level is a different person, but they're not necessarily separated by like doors. It's kind of not impoverished, but not ritzy
I cannot.
by any means.
take this.
There is like a performing group of like two men that are just juggling. One of them throws a ball and knocks out the lantern. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, so much better. Sorry, I'm like a
But-
glowworm on this thing.
Stop being so pale.
Shadows now, Dom. Do I have?
No, this is so much better.
We
Really? I like
really, what
color.
we need to do is we need to take the light and center it over here,
Dude,
and that would help a lot.
Let's
Anyways,
be present.
there's a juggling performance going on, and they're just tossing ball, and it's like really cool tricks. And they're on like a raised platform that's like 3 feet off the ground. They have simple like curtains against it, and there's a small crowd that's gathered. And you just hear like, hey, rise up. As you find the location, the Cheap Buffalo, it is a picture of bison that is painted across the whole front of the building, and there are small portal glass windows that kind of frame the front end of it.
I would like to enter the establishment.
Okay.
Walk up to the.
What are you two doing?
If we leave, we're
Standing
no one's
still.
gonna
everyone's
fucking
standing
know.
here.
Yeah, we're just gonna sit and drink our fucking beers angrily.
Beautiful. She charges you 10 silver.
Cool.
Anyone-
10 silver.
Are we able to get a room?
No, they don't have rooms.
You are with him in his
I
pocket.
know.
Going
What are
to
you
look for
doing?
a room. I am going to
We're waiting for your ally.
the Centennial District.
Do you know where that's at?
No,
Are you a lizard?
I am.
So you're just gonna walk around for 5 hours?
Do you not trust
I mean,
us?
I'm gonna walk around for about 2
Okay.
and hope to God I can find it. And if not, I'm going to abort that and I will
Make an intelligence
head
check
back.
for me.
I'm just gonna.
Just
I'll
dip
be
in.
down here. I'm just gonna.
I should have told you my plan at halftime. But
Yeah.
We'll flat that out now.
Yeah.
We'll flat that out right now.
Luke and I are just gonna sit there and stare at each other.
Yeah, we're gonna stare at each other
Just blink.
intently, blinking.
What kind of check?
Intelligence. Straight at the top.
Not this.
4th from the right. 4th from the left.
Yeah.
You wanna go shopping? Let's just go fucking shopping. Wanna go shopping?
I'm
9.
gonna go burn.
Gonna burn 2
This-
hours.
2 hours of the most eyeball-lickingly, frustratingly horrible experience that you have as you try your damnedest to find some sort of sign, some sort of fast travel signpost that tells you where the fuck you need to go. And without the assistance of language on your side, your search comes up fruitless. In the Cheap Buffalo, you find they have one room available. It's a very busy city. They only have one that was just recently vacated. They don't even have time to clean it. If you want it, you can take it or you can leave it.
How big is it?
He says it's got a single bed in it, but the room itself is in a corner and thus a little bit larger than their average room.
I will take it.
Okay.
Dorel will take this. How much?
It will cost you 3 gold a night.
Fair enough. Here's 10 gold to hold me over for 3 nights.
Very well.
You need 11.
He hands you a gold back.
You said 3 gold for a night, right?
Yeah, 3 gold for a night. He wants 3 nights.
6, 9. Oh, 9, sorry. We did the math right. I did the math wrong. You're good.
You're so special to me.
I know.
Dorel's going to go to the room.
Okay.
And making sure I'm not followed in any way, shape, or form.
Make a perception check.
6.
As the lock closes behind you, you smile to yourself confidently, knowing there isn't a chance in hell anybody followed you into this room.
Perfect.
Great.
I will open up my
So
pocket,
great.
pull out the dung beetle, and release my concentration like a giant turd.
Okay.
She will.
Luckily
transform
enough,
back
you were
into
down
herself.
to like the last few seconds of that spell.
Right.
Fortunately, as you release it, 3 seconds before it expired, the dung beetle takes form. It's 6 legs and 2 pinchers, becoming 4 arms and 4 legs. As it forms itself and rights itself upwards, you feel a slight stretch in your back as you come back to your normal self. Well, mostly normal self. The room that you're standing in is actually fairly decently large. It's only about 6 feet wide, but it's 15 feet long. And you could probably all sleep in here just fine, laying on the floor.
Have you guys found Phan yet?
No, I'm going to go back to the bar. You will stay here for now, okay?
Okay.
For the love of God, do not clippity-clop around very much if you
I
can
won't
avoid it.
clippity-clop.
Maybe put some pillows on your clop-clops.
I'll do shadow stuff. Oh wait.
Pass it out, Trace.
Shadow step.
I'll do pass without a trace on myself while I'm here.
Perfect. Okay, I will go back to the bar as I'm sure your wife is
Chris, was that a
willing to wring my neck
Jeff?
out in
Wow.
a second.
Nice.
I just balanced something I didn't know I had.
Know your characters, guys. Know your characters.
Is there like a key that I have?
5 spells later. What?
Do I have a key to this room?
Yeah. It's a simple, basic key that, like, looking at it, like, honestly, you probably don't even need a lock picking kit to bust this lock. Like a fork would probably do it, honestly.
Lock the door behind me and maybe put something heavy against it. Maybe your butt.
Okay, I'll just put one of the drawers next
Perfect.
to the dressers.
And the special knock when we get back is
Okay.
any other knock, you start screaming.
No, I'll just stay quiet. Okay.
Okay. Dorel out, and Dorel's going to
You
head
guys
back to the bar.
enjoy the moment of relief as Dorel walks back in from the bar. As you sit and wait, another hour passes. They ask you if you'd like more to drink.
Yes.
Okay. More drinks are provided to you. They ask if you would like food.
Yes.
Tavern steaks are provided. They're these small, almost like a hamburger bun, and you are informed they are made of goat.
Great. How much?
It's only going to cost you 2 silver a plate.
Cool. Do you have any vegetables?
They can provide you with cabbage, Brussels sprouts, some eggplant.
The whole thing.
Perfect.
All of them. Charcuterie boarded up.
And it is brought.
How
Another
much?
2 silver.
Cool.
I can hand you some silver too. You don't have to pay for everything.
At this point, I'm good. I'm gonna pay.
By the way, we have room and board now. Odette is back to herself in the room, waiting for us. It is big enough for all of us. We will be sleeping on the floor. Dorel has dibs on the bed since he paid for it.
By any chance, could you send another message to our wonderful companion who has eluded us for 2 hours?
I can do.
It's been more than 2 hours, hasn't it? Yeah, it's been like 5,
Are
hasn't
you-
it?
It has been a while. I did.
I'm sorry, my ass would not be sitting in that fucking chair for 5
I would say you're
hours.
probably
it's not gonna be 5. I'll be back at the
Starting
5
from
mark.
separating with him is what I'm saying. He's
Oh,
like,
okay.
Yeah.
By chance, can I use 1 more hour to look around for this?
As Phan or as
No,
a wizard?
as my little individual.
How much time is passing?
Because I've used 2 hours on
So
this.
you said
Since
we
you
were-
guys have
since
gotten
we sat
in,
down-
since you guys have gotten into the city, it's been almost 2 hours.
No. Since I dropped Odette off, and I sat back down to enjoy the food.
For me, it's been 2 hours since I
Just-
talked to the gentleman.
I would say it's just
How
under
long has
2
it been
hours.
since you talked to Nabuto?
So I get a short rest.
Probably about
then,
an hour
yes?
and a half.
An hour and
Are
a
you
half
sitting
since you
in
talked
short
to
rest?
Nabuto.
What's that?
Are you sitting in short resting? Are you declaring that you are taking a short rest?
I would like to have taken. Yes,
Okay.
while this is happening, I want
Perfect.
to
So Nabutosh has not
rest.
Nabutosh. Phan has been away from us for about an hour and a half.
I don't have 2 hours, somewhere in that neighborhood, yeah.
because I last talked to the dude about 2 hours ago. That's when I transformed. And then Nabuntosh called me probably some short time after that.
We're hitting about 2 hours. At this point in time, I think it's gonna be weird if we continue to sit here.
No, I mean, honestly, the people that are around you, to be perfectly honest,
live there.
there's another dwarf that has shown up. He has like these like horned spikes on his silver armor, bright red beard, and he just is like devouring some vegetables and like just nodding at whatever the woman to his right in purple says. There is a red-skinned person. You don't really know what their ethnicity is, but they have this like pale red skin and bright green hair, and she is just leaning in, listening to every word that this very like pompous and overboard human is saying. He's got long blonde hair and a deep braid that like goes down almost to the floor, and he seems to be elaborating on whatever his story is. And looking around, most of the people that were here when you showed up are still here.
As I say, I've spent like 4 hours at the coffee shop before.
Have you never closed down a bar before?
Never. I've closed down a yogurt shop.
People hang out for a long time.
Wow.
You missing me?
Anyways.
Is there?
Should I send a message to Phan, do you think?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, tell them to meet us at the inn.
Yes.
The inn?
Where Odette is.
Best believe I'm about to long rest this at this point.
Okay, I will cast
Shield.
Sending to Phan, and I will say, Phan, seriously, bro, where are you at? Where are you at?
What are your plans?
We are staying at the Bison,
Cheap Buffalo.
the Cheap Buffalo.
The bison.
Apparently, buffaloes are different than bisons. Meet us there.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that was a cycle.
Meet us there.
No, I'm pretty sure you just ran out.
No, that was
No.
That was 20?
20. This is 5. This is
Okay.
25. Meet us there.
Room number.
Room number
5.
5.
2459.
No, 5.
Got it. I may take short rest before I get back to you. Please, don't worry. I'm bringing some goods. I will meet you there by morning.
What? Okay, well, he has our room number now. We don't have to worry
I
about
love
that.
you.
He has our room number now. He has our room number now. We can go anywhere or do whatever we want.
Until he tries to do the secret knock.
I'm gonna sending again using another spell slot. Bro. Luca is losing it.
These are the text messages that you fucking get. Like, you're out at a party and you're like fucking, you're at a bar and you're like, bro, she's losing it. Where are you, bro?
The cab is picking us up in 10. Where you at?
If you're not fucking here, we're leaving you.
We're moving to the next bar. Why can't we just be together? Together.
Make it work. I love you.
Together. We are worried. Don't be a dick.
We are on a job.
There is a special knock.
I get knocked and knocked.
Each knock is a word.
Yeah, I understand your concern.
I would like to point out that since you knocked on the table, that didn't get translated over the message.
I would have thought knock.
That would work.
I understand your concern. I got the knockdown.
I got the knockdown.
I'm getting something good for us tomorrow to help. I will be safe.
Did you count?
I love you.
Luca, would you like me to use another spell slot to yell at this motherfucker?
Try to do something helpful.
You just dipped.
I'm tired.
Then let us go to bed.
I need night night.
She's writing up the divorce paper.
Fan did shit.
Motherfucker is out of the will.
Fucking in Ceta-Gatling.
That's my last saddening message.
Bad place
You
to
are out
be
of
at.
the will.
Okay, well.
As you two,
Cha-cha.
you three,
Ain't nobody know me.
find your evening's rest at the
I am taking
Sheep Buffalo.
a long rest.
I will stay awake all night watching over them.
Very fair. You feel reasonably safe. There are no windows in this room.
Oh, cool.
It's-
Perfect.
Yeah, it's very secluded and kind of pushed into the back, but it
Was
is.
it worth me coming here now?
Compared to Phan, you're acceptable.
Hmm. Wow.
So hard to
So did I.
You stepped
So did I.
Back to
Dipped out.
back to Phan.
You
Make another
got
perception
8
check.
hours.
Actually, hold on.
All for you.
Let's make this interesting. Let's
Yeah,
make an
make-
investigation. This perception didn't work for you last time.
No, I need perception. That's my perception's my gold. Perception?
Investigation. To try and identify some sort of source that would lead you to the Centennial District.
But perception's so much better.
You could just ask a
Fair.
person.
21.
Sure.
That's what I rolled.
As you crest this kind of muddy terrain, this dirty, filthy hovel of a city, you're not impressed, and you understand that
Not
You know,
impressed.
not impressed with what you see. Ceta-Gatling falls far shy of where Goodfellow has presented you. Even their worst section of Goodfellow tops this head and shoulders. As you come to a point in the interior hold, the walls, the citadel walls that kind of flank the interior part of the city, you realize that the area in front of you is cresting downwards in like almost like an ice cream scoop carve out, and the buildings all fall down from there. They're made out of this same kind of limestone, this yellow limestone, and there's large arches, and you can see aqueducts that were not present in the city behind you. This whole new area, you can see there's a banner above it that says the Mirthless Veil, and it's just this loose flapping banner that honestly, like, there are way better structural ways to present your neighborhood, but as you take note of that, there is a guard in the corner that is guarding a smaller entryway. It's about 15 feet tall, but it's only about 8 feet wide, and standing in front of this kind of conjunction of the walls, of the cathedral walls that frame the interior part of the city, you do catch he is talking to somebody about a passerby that seems to be in decent clothes, about the gala that is happening in the Centennial District.
That's a charity ball.
The charity ball. What you do discern of it is that you are on the wrong side of the wall. The Centennial District is likely on the other side of the taller 60-foot walls.
How far did he say it was to that?
He didn't specifically say. He's more of just talking about what you're gathering is he's standing in front of a wall that harbors the Centennial District. It wasn't a specific direction. It was more of like, oh yeah, the gala is happening. I can't believe
I'm still on
it's
the
an
crappy
annual
side,
thing.
though,
You're
is
still on
what
the
you're
crappy
saying.
side.
Okay. Just to kind of do this quickly, I'm curious on your thoughts here. Is there a way that I could find like some? Are there still like homeless people in like? Is it still grungy?
It is loosened up. It's not quite as dirty as it was. The closer you get to the west side of Ceta-Gatling, the more put together it seems, the more organized, and the less I don't know what the word is to use here. It just seems
nicer.
Okay.
Like there's more money that's exchanged here as opposed to where you just came from.
As a lizard, just to see if I can do this like just quickly at game time. I'm curious as a lizard if I could go into the Mirthless Vale, find an like literally as a lizard, kind of like peek under some doors, find an empty room. I want to turn into Phan for 30 minutes and take a short rest, and then complete my mission real quick.
Roll a d6.
I know how sketchy this is. I'm
4 or less, you
no
cannot find a room.
idea how
5 or
this is
6,
gonna
you find a room.
help me out.
Oh, you scared Bandit!
As you kind of track into the Vale a little bit more, looking at these buildings, it's, you know, the night has settled over the city, but there's definitely a liveliness to it that is different from any other city that you've been in, where it's almost like the city doesn't have time for nighttime. They continue to work through the night. And picking up on some of the trending and what you know about people and tribal behavior, you pick a dark room, and it is fortunate on your part that of the rooms that you pick, this one happens to be some sort of storage room that seems undisturbed. There's a nice settling of dust in there, and you take the opportunity to take a short rest for about 30, we'll say 45 minutes.
And then I'm instantly, as soon as I'm ready, I'm going to go back to a lizard, make my way up that 60-foot wall. And
Wiping the sleep out of your, power nap.
Yeah.
You up the wall over the other side. As you crest the 60-foot wall, you find that the watch up here is even more present. There are large and powerful ballista on these walls.
Yeah.
They look like they are capable of massive amounts of destruction. The guards up here are even cleaner and more put together than the ones down below. Make a stealth check for me, if you would. As you kind of creep through a crack, you pull back immediately as a long blue-robed with these kind of black accents to it. There's all these arcane symbols around him. It's an elven man. Comes walking by. He looks very old, which is surprising for elves in the most part. Deep wrinkles kind of cresting his cheeks. As he passes you, his silver hair shaking. When you see, stops for a moment and looks pretty much exactly where you're at. He continues on his way. Barely past that one, man. As you feel it is safe to carry on, you scale the backside of the wall. Looking on the inside of the city, the interior domain here, up against the wall that is created by the mountains behind it, it is a totally different city. It is spacious. It is lush, beautiful, green, paved roads. There is the main building, this massive, almost church-like structure with sharp spires that come to incredibly impossible points. Like the material that this is made out of must be flexible and yet also somehow rigid to stay upright at such a steep and narrow material. What you know of the city, you would assume this is what is called Ceta-Gatling, and is the heart of the city. It's where 90% of the business that governs the majority of the city, the politics that govern the majority of the city, takes place. And looking around at the scope of what you're dealing with, it is a vast expanse of gardens and estates and just gorgeous architecture leading into fantastic dreamscapes of nature that completely contrasts everything outside these walls.
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much know what I'm doing I'm
looking
going to
for?
be looking for that encrusted bowl.
Okay.
With my dope stealth check.
What I don't understand is that you knew you had a plan going into the city. You didn't tell any of us.
Trust me, I did not know this was.
Make a d6. Roll another d6 for me.
I
Make
think
a
Devin and I
D6
are going
check.
to make you a D6.
I didn't even know that this was going to work this way.
4?
4.
Okay.
But please be okay.
As you skitter down the wall, you decide maybe to hold to the right. As looking at it, it seems that the northern section of the city seems to be more residential, and the eastern may have what you're looking for. As you move away from sea to hold, moving to its right, you come to a section of the city that has not cobblestone, but almost brick as the main street foundation, crossing over these warm beige brown bricks. You skitter up and run up the side of a glass window that seems to span the entire length of this store. And looking around, you're trying to take in the information that is above you, and it takes a moment as somebody comes by and you dash down into the corner of the window before you realize you're standing in front of what appears to be, or you're standing on the face of what appears to be, some sort of shop that seems to specialize in tableware, or maybe like home goods, finely crafted.
I'll go inside and take a look around. I'm gonna try to be, lizard stealthy up the side of the wall, and then like how lizards do in cracks and shit, and like you can barely see me while I'm.
Make another perception check for me. See if you can find a good point of entry into this place. I love how you didn't even make it in the tray.
25.
25. You realize as you kind of do a quick 180 or a 360 around the store that the floor level is not a good point of entry.
Yeah.
Moving upwards, there seems to be some sort of venting system that allows moisture, you would assume, out of the top of the building, and crawling through there's an opening in the meshwork metal that seems to be made by some sort of rodent over time. You find entry into the building. As you climb down onto one of the rafters, one of the main beams that runs the length of the A-frame of the roof, you are looking down on a very wide range of silverware and tableware and chairs, tables. There's side tables. There's a recliner in the corner. It seems like most of this place belongs to the kitchen or dining room.
Yeah. Do I happen to find what I need, or?
Make one more perception check for me.
So good at making
I know.
do this so it's so stressful, Mike.
I know.
Eventually, your dumb decisions have to have consequences.
Right, that's what I feel like.
That's not dumb.
I'm like, I've got 23.
Standing from where you're at, leaning over the side, you crawl underneath the beam. It's like a large 8x8 beam. And as you're kind of holding on to the metal band that clamps the two ends of this beam that seem to be milled together, holding on to it, you're looking around, and there, on the far side, tucked into a corner, is a gorgeous set of golden tableware that seems to be reserved for only the nicest of customers. As you look around the area, this seems to be in a special vestibule of its own, tucked away. And in the middle, the centerpiece of the forks and the knives and the plates, there is a decent sized, maybe could hold a gallon or so of liquid, golden bowl with a very ornate, almost fleur-de-lis pattern drawn in the side of it, like etched into the side of it with diamonds cresting the top of each of the flowers.
The shop's closed.
Shop is closed. Mm-hmm.
Am I able to unlock the door, front door as a...
I mean, you would assume reasonably that you have the power as a giant elephant man to open just about any door.
So what I'm going to do is, if I look around, notice nobody is in this freaking place.
Mm-hmm.
It is closed. The windows are dark enough where I'm good. I'm going to change into Phan, grab that bowl, unlock the door, and as soon as I open the door, I'm going to turn into a seagull, and I'm going to try to put that bowl in my gullet.
Okay.
And try to fly out of here.
But doesn't all your stuff turn into a seagull with you?
Yep. Oh, true that, actually.
I mean, you can put it in your gullet. If you really want to, I will let you put it in your gullet.
I forgot about that, actually. I'm going to stay
Like
a
all
lizard.
your stuff turn
So I'm going to turn into Phan, grab the bowl, pocket it into my pouch,
Okay.
turn back into a lizard, and exit out the exact way I can.
As soon as you land on the ground, as a lizard, you take a moment, nothing. And you feel the tension of like something bad's gonna happen when I do this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But you brave it anyways. And as you turn into Phan, this screeching, howling, like the sound of a monkey crying out, rings out around you. You grab the bowl, stuff it into your bag, and immediately run to the front door. With your adrenaline pumping, you push the door open with your foot and just glass shatters around you, and you shrink down to a lizard and just run as far as you can.
Yeah, definitely.
The sounds of guards charging the area fills your ears or your ear holes as you kind of perch up on the side of a wall about 80 feet away. You watch. There are 3 guards that come running from different directions with torches. They're assessing the area, and one of them says, "Go get the captain! Go get the captain!" And they run off. The other 2 of them stand there. One of them goes inside the building and seems to be securing it. You make your way off silently into the night.
Yeah, if I kill people in the middle of the night, no one knowing, I'd get a fucking bowl.
Crawling along the side of the wall through the entryway that you found originally, you are standing in front or holding onto the wall in front of the Mirthless Veil.
And I'm going to make my way as a lizard to the Cheap Buffalo, which I happen to know is near the westernmost bar next to that entrance. Or the first bar west next to that entrance.
Actually.
It's the sound of heavy footsteps in the hallway that disturbs you the most.
No.
It is...
I'm not heavy.
I mean, I would assume it probably... Well, you have 5 hours. I take that back.
I'm going to crawl under that door. Well, it's only room 5, so I'm going to crawl under the door and just pop back into Phan as soon as I get in that door.
It's the sound of heavy footsteps appearing on the inside of the door and the sudden appearance of a giant elephant man that really catches your attention.
And I'm going to take
There's
the
elephants in
fanciest...
the room!
I'm going to take the fanciest fucking bowl you guys have ever fucking seen, put it in the middle of the floor and say, "I will make breakfast tomorrow for us all. Glad you all made it. Wanapo, I need a little bit of a rest." Yeah.
Dorel would like to know what the fuck that is.
Yeah, that's gonna help us do shit we want to do tomorrow.
How?
Well, are we going after,
Not sugar cubes.
are we going after Ivor tomorrow?
Yeah.
Well, I feel like we had assumed that this was going to be like a reconnaissance day.
Right, yeah.
And it turned into a day of...
Yeah.
Oh yeah, speaking of reconnaissance, I talked to this guy who happens to know that Ivor hasn't been seen in this town for 2 months. And they are unfortunately, there's a bounty on him by his own family. I'm not sure where he's at. I don't know if that changes anything we're going to do at all.
This bowl.
Yeah, what about it? It's beautiful, ain't it?
Where'd you get it?
Why did you get it?
I happened to steal it from the, you probably know this better than I would, but there's this beautiful little shop in what I know is the Centennial District. Yeah, I'll tell you that they knew something got
There is a
stolen.
wonderful shop that is run by the sweetest of moms.
What's her name?
Her name is hold on, let me find it. The store is called the Happy Brain, and it is run by Dottie Muhammad.
You stole this from Dottie, the sweetest fucking woman in this town.
Yeah.
She has always been the most kind, gentle,
So kind.
wonderful person. Dude.
So gentle. And you stole it
I know.
for second. What the fuck is it?
It's a it's a diamond encrusted bowl.
Clearly.
It's gonna help us with a this little concoction I can do that's going to take about an hour, but in the morning.
Is it magical?
Yeah. Well, the bowl's not, but what I'm gonna do to it is, you know what I mean.
Can you detect magic and make sure there's not any tracking spell of some sort on said?
Well, I don't
diamond
have that
encrusted
ability,
bowl?
but if someone has like a locate object, we might be a little bit fucked. But I think that we should be good. I don't know if it's that you know.
Well, it's detect magic.
It is not magical.
But we're gonna get like a nice 2d10 increase of points for 24 hours, along with not being able to be poisoned or frightened,
Oh.
and we'll have like advantage on our saving throws for like a full day.
Nobody knows what a saving throw is.
Yeah, it'll be really useful for tomorrow. I promise. When we go talk to Ivor, if we can find him, because apparently he's not here either.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where did you find out that Ivor is not going to be here?
Well, there's this lovely guy in the really shitty part of town.
Sounds reputable.
Yeah, no, he's part of the, we gotta, look, I know how to talk to people here. I know it doesn't seem like that. The communication skills are not
Literally, we're
good.
supposed to go in this town
Look,
sneakily.
you guys disappeared on me.
Disappeared, motherfucker. We told you what we were gonna be.
I said I'd be back in like a couple minutes. I went up a wall, I came back, you were gone. What was I supposed to do?
Yeah,
Did he even look? He did.
We sent you a message,
Yeah.
and you stole a magical bowl.
I was
And you
already
said-
on my way.
No, he
You
came
said that
back.
you
he
stole it?
looked
And the bowl's
down,
not
and he didn't
magical.
go on the
They don't
road.
know I
He
stole it,
was
but
right
they
in
know
the
it's
room.
gone, yeah.
Did we leave?
You guys were inside the room
We
when
were
you looked.
inside that room.
Yeah.
We were in the room.
You were
So
in the room
our
when you
question
looked.
right
It was
now,
literally like
down.
door open, you guys came in, door closed, he looked down, he's like, oh fuck, nobody's there. He turned around,
He
and as
could've
soon as he
gone
turned
in
around,
the
the door
room.
opened and you guys came out.
And so his
we
reaction
went
was to
down and went in
sprint
the room.
to the middle of the city.
You know we opened it.
So not only is now security upped quite a bit
yo,
because you stole this.
how much
Nobody
security
knows
do you
how
think
to
they
do
get for a little bowl? I mean, I saw.
Diamond encrusted
Look, I saw that place. There was
And you
plenty
went
of diamond
to
encrusted
the
bowls.
fanciest place in the city.
That's not the fanciest. I heard that the
It
Burbs
is.
was the fanciest. And the old man who gave me the information on Ivor let me know that there used to be 12 families here, so good job on the elimination of one.
I'm not knuckling him.
Yeah. no.
You guys not in the bars.
The boom toss, you find
No,
it
you guys are in
Apparently
you guys are
they
in your
burnt
room.
down their whole
Everybody's
family
together.
establishment.
Everybody's together.
Okay, you're very impressive.
Dorel is impressed by your bad bitchiness.
You guys are downstairs.
Yeah.
I
So,
like this city as it is. We are wanted fugitives in this city.
So you want to burn it down?
No, I would like us to do what we need to do and get the fuck out of Dodge.
I mean, there's
Yeah,
11
I
more
agree.
families for you to kill.
We have an assassin now.
no, thank you.
We don't
Appreciate
want to
that.
take out the whole city.
No,
Well, if we took out the whole city, you'd be welcome back.
you are an assassin. Sneaky.
Yeah.
Job one. Kick tear the job. Get it done. You just upped security, and now people are looking for this fancy ass bowl.
Look, I'm gonna be okay.
You're
gonna be okay.
You can turn into a fucking
You're gonna
lizard.
be okay. I can turn you into a lizard.
So the whole time we're here, I'm supposed to just be turning into shit the whole time, and I don't even have the powers to do that. to
Yo, I
myself.
thought you knew that coming into this.
Yes.
Yeah, but now we're just gonna be like dicking around with this fucking like, gold.
Yo,
infested
Ivor
thing.
might not even be in this city. Which, speaking of which, I think I'm gonna use my last scry since it's been about 24 hours.
Please do.
I just want you to know that Zoe is telling you that your behavior may have drawn too much attention.
I know.
Could have.
Which is hilarious.
Did. It
absolutely do.
Oh god, dude.
Look, I'm a little worried.
The one who's strong on 3 kobolds is fucking telling you and like stands to it to this day that was okay behavior.
Well, I don't know if I should not listen to her because of that, or maybe I definitely crossed the line because of it. But the roll was good.
What's your save?
And I didn't want to like bust the door open, you know. I wanted to turn into a lizard and then go underneath it again.
So at any point in time, you did not turn into.
Oh, you didn't bust the door open? I thought you were trying to open it as Phan.
No, I was going to put the.
Because the point was that you couldn't get underneath the door as a lizard.
But how'd I get in?
Through a vent at the top.
Oh, I would have gone the same way in as I went out.
Yeah,
but
no, I'm gonna stand.
we won't
by.
retcon that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna stand by. You.
I
have to
rolled
kick
with the
door open.
punches.
Yeah.
I rolled with the punches.
You would have felt that there was not an acceptable way to get out after the howling monkey sound started.
Right.
Other than booting down the door.
Did you alert anyone at least?
Yeah, they alert. The whole building was alerted. I don't even fucking know.
Cool.
Look, if they do a locate object, we could be fucked. I'm not saying that we should leave town.
You know that you've traveled almost about 1.5 miles to get where you're at.
Oh, so we're good by quite a long shot on locate object. It's only like 1,000 feet. 14 is the wisdom save for that.
Dorel would think that perhaps they would have casters throughout the city that could cast some sort of net
Right,
of
right.
object.
I cannot
Right.
believe how crappy I'm rolling and how good you're rolling.
I can't believe I'm rolling so
It's
good all of a sudden.
It's very frustrating.
I got a scry to work for once, so listen.
As you're, as you kind of like, okay, hold the fucking fences, like keep the tides back for a minute. You sit down in the corner. Nabuntosh, it's almost frustrating watching his like fuck all attitude right now. Like you've tried this same thing. Everybody gave you relentless shit, and he's just getting away with it. And you
Not get away with this.
You have the fucking sincere urge to punch him in the back of the skull, but your weak fist probably wouldn't do much. So, as you sit and you are pulled away, you realize that the distance that you've traveled is not significant. The gap between you and wherever your stride lands is small. And what you find is a very frail figure with a gigantic bald patch that is raw and agitated on the back of his skull, scribbling furiously into a journal. And you can only make out some of the details that are around you, but there's a wooden desk and it seems extremely dark, and there's a candle. There's lots of candles that seem to be discarded at the sides. Wax seems to drip over the whole front of whatever desk this is that he's writing at, as he quietly, almost borderline silently, except for the scraping of his quill against paper and parchment, continues to write. And then he pauses. And there's a moment. Stiffens. He puts down his quill. And he turns. And he looks directly at you.
Yeah.
Good night. I'll be leaving. Thank you.
Be gone, witch.
And the spell is dismissed.
Question about, do I notice that it is like a cobblestone building, or is it like the nice stones that I saw in the inner city?
It is like an interior cave. From what you could make out, it was an interior, some sort of cavernous structure. It wasn't stone. It was like a raw material. It was more natural than finished. The face of this man, gaunt, his eyes sunken into the back of his skull, blonde hair that seems to be thinning out as much as it could possibly be while still being in his skull. His face was sallow, his cheekbones were sharp. Human from everything that you know about humans, but underfed, undernourished, under-rested. He did not look healthy.
But he didn't look imprisoned either.
Did not look imprisoned.
Okay.
Maybe he's in that room.
I would share this information with you guys, what I just found about him, and then I'm going to try one more thing before bed, because, you know, we can. Oh, and it's going to be my last one of
That room that we were in, behind that rock, did it look like kind of like that?
He wasn't there.
I don't know what you're talking about. But
from what he described, you wouldn't say that the two are related. Whereas the walls of this room that he was in writing in were unfinished, sharp, you know, like almost like a cave, if you would. The room that you guys were in was a well-polished closet of some sort that seemed to just house human parts or humanoid parts.
Didn't seem too far away either.
I'm gonna drop my disguise and go back to the boot.
Not the middle of the city. Just give me one more thing to do.
As well, I'm going to my base form.
I am going to commune with nature.
Okay.
In which I can find prevalent peoples, plants, minerals, or animals.
Okay.
I'm going to look for that person I just fucking saw.
Okay.
As I do my 10-minute spell, spread out my...
How far does it reach?
My dirt, 3 miles of me.
Okay. As you bring out an assortment of flowers and arrange them in a just so pattern, replicating the molecular structure of an elm tree around you, it's not something that you necessarily know to be like chemistry, but it's like the soul, a representation of the soul of the elm tree, which is a tree that you've seen here in Ceta. And as the roots of this tree would penetrate into the earth, so does your consciousness. As it spreads out, you don't capture the exact person that you're looking for. But you do get 5 similarly feeling blips to the north of you, about 2 miles. Before the mountain starts to crest upwards, before the roots of the mountain are actually formed, you can find these 5 individuals, whoever they are. And looking out past that, there is wilds, there are sheer cliffs, and there are standing bodies of water that, from what you know of nature, and the presence of water in any area like this could lead to some sort of cavern.
And I get 3 visions, basically.
I would say your first one spent looking for the guy.
Yep. I want to look. I want to gain some knowledge about the blue mansion.
The mansion is expansive, and particularly its subterranean elements. There are multiple rooms that are meant for specific ends, whether it be a lot of it has to do with training or refinement of a skill, whether it's alchemy or some sort of mastery of weapons, or perhaps survival instinct, or natural born, the harnessing of nature, or some of them are led to scientific pursuits. This blue mansion that you focus on seems to have a solution for just about every endeavor of the intellectual pursuit that you can, and many of the physical.
What direction is that?
It is almost due north by northwest.
It's not the north I saw earlier, though.
It is probably in the same region, from what you can tell.
Have you mentioned a blue mansion to us?
Yeah, I did.
Did Odette know or hear about this blue
Both of you know where the Celixes live.
I would also like to,
So
for
this
my...
is Celix.
I feel like we would know, yeah.
We would know that, yeah.
For my last one, I would
That's
like
common
to...
knowledge to you. That's basic
Oh,
information.
it's a Celix mansion.
Yeah, you guys don't know I'm doing this.
It's the Celix estate.
No, I'm asking you if you had told us.
Oh, I did tell you guys. I was
So
talking
we're
about how
telling
the old
you-
man told me that there's a blue mansion that Ivor used to live in, and yada yada yada.
Yeah,
He's
so we're
no
telling
longer
you
there.
that it is the Celix
Right.
mansion.
Hasn't been seen in a while. The last thing I want to do is that body of water I saw in that first vision. I want to gain some knowledge about that.
Okay. As you focus back onto the north, it's on the cusp of your vision. It's literally, you're looking at the fringes of the lake, the southernmost fringe of this lake, and it is due north by northeast of you. And as you focus on it, it is a very strange feeling to look at red water. But the more you assess it, the more you realize it's just an algae that lives in the water that gives it a reddish tint. And it's at this moment that you're really focusing on this that you get registration in your head that someone has deliberately disobeyed an order from you. And you feel the lock of power, the almost expenditure of magic from yourself to inflict a certain amount of pain on an individual who does survive. You do know that. You would know this as the Gias spell. Somebody disobeyed you.
And they died?
No.
And that's about the extent that you can get. There is, I would say, the temperature of this lake is incredibly warm compared to like the surrounding area. It seems that there's some sort of natural source of heat that causes this lake to be warmer than the average body of water.
Okay. I would come out of my vision, and I would kind of share all this information.
Yeah, I'm gonna let
with
you guys talk about that because my bladder's about to explode.
That's how I found 5 bodies north of us. 2 miles. Before the mountains formed. I don't know if you guys know where the blue building is, if it's before the mountains or
Yes.
not.
Yeah, we should know.
We know exactly where that is.
Okay. Red water. You guys know about red water.
We would definitely know about red water.
Okay, we'll have to get into that. Captain DM over there.
The mansion is Celic Mansion.
Right. I don't know if the 5 bodies that I saw were in the Celic Mansion or not.
Describe what they look like.
I don't have a description of them. I just got little blips.
Okay, because if you potentially describe them, I could probably recreate the people I've seen before.
Yeah. I got a good view of Ivor on that scribe.
Do you know where he is?
He's in a cave somewhere. So I think Ivor's in a cave. I think that cave's going to be 2 miles northeast of us. Maybe under his house, maybe not. Red water.
Celic Mansion. Is it before or after the mountain?
It is before. Everything about Ceta-Gatling relies on
The cover of the mountain.
the cover of the mountain, which its name is escaping me right now, and that irritates me.
Wow, so much.
Oh, there it is. Mizrachi Mountain.
Do you spell it?
M-I-Z-R-A-C-H-I. Mizrachi Mountain.
The Red River, where is that located?
Lake.
Red Lake.
You are not aware of any lakes north of here.
I am not?
Sounds kind of oddly
She
familiar.
would not? She would.
Where I was raised.
No.
No, but you do remember something about a lake. Not necessarily red, but warm. Warm water, at least.
So you said that when you saw him, he looked rather haggard and beaten, and
Yeah, I would have said he's damn near dead, but
that does not sound like the leader of a massive threatening army.
well, he's got the skill to know when someone's scrying on him, so
Right, I'm not saying he's not a threatening
It's-
man, but it doesn't sound like the man at the seat of an army.
Was there anything else? Anything else you can diverge from as far as like why there's a bounty in his head? Was anyone angry with him? Like what's going on?
I didn't get info on why there was a bounty on him, actually. He was just missing. That's why the bounty was there. He basically disappeared from home.
Oh, so the bounty's not like.
But he's still
It's not
here.
a bounty
Right.
to kill him. It's a bounty to find him for his family's sake.
So he's here in Ceta-Gatling still.
Yeah. That
Then
would
he would
my
have to be in
guess.
the mountains if he's in a cave.
Within 2 miles of me. I got 5 little blips, which, speaking of which, that dude that I told to do some things for me, go back and free that guy, or kill that guy.
Yeah.
I'd say in your experience, there were 4 children. There were 4 people that were sired at least since you left,
To the Celix family.
to Ivor. He was a father of 4 when you left.
I've seen Ivor before.
You stood in the same room with him.
I want to recreate his face right now.
Yeah, it is
Is this the same guy you saw?
full-bodied, sure, healthy,
Yeah,
well-rounded.
he looked much worse, but yeah,
Okay, so
turned
that's
bald.
definitely him. He had 4 children.
That could have been the 4 blips with him.
4 blips were with him. Were they
Well,
alive?
I got 5 total bodies that I couldn't see who or what, but that would be the assumption is him and the 4. And yeah, they would all be alive if I saw them with
So-
my community.
So the spell you did, it only showed you him because he is in this range.
Yeah.
And if he wasn't in the range, you wouldn't have been able to see it.
Yeah, and I know he's pretty close because of the scribe. So all
Okay.
things adding up equally, I would say that he's underneath this house in a cave,
So the mountain,
or maybe a little further back.
Miss Rachi,
Miss Rashi.
Miss Rachi Mountain is located within Ceta-Gatling.
It is the back wall. So the citadel
have
wall that creates it's this large sweeping wall. It's about 60 feet tall, and it has stanchions on either side of it, on the front and back side, that stick out like these giant L frames that brace the wall upward. And there is an interior wall, and you guys are both intimately familiar with this. An interior wall that protects the high class from the low class.
So Mizrachi Mountain is closer to
It is the
high
backside.
class.
Yeah, it is the backside wall basically,
It's a gated
and
community.
it's a gated community,
Would we know of any,
but an epically gated community.
like, have anyone
Also like your credit.
populated
Thanks.
this mountain? Like,
There are some karst style homes that are kind of built into it, but for the most part, the incredible sheer face of it and also the fragility of the rock kind of prohibits people from developing land masses or structures or buildings. But anyone who does is considered foolish.
So do you think he is possibly in the cave that we escaped out of?
I don't think we escaped out of a cave. We escaped out of the side wall.
Yeah, you guys used an
secret
exit
wall.
from the
Yeah.
city.
So I think he might be in this Mizrachi Mountain there. If we're thinking about somewhere that's close enough to be a cave, that's probably where we need to go.
Yeah.
Do you think that we should leave the city and go around and into
To
the
the
mountain?
other side of the mountain?
Just up the mountain from the side of the city and come in from the top. I know he's in a cave, but
I mean, there's soldiers
going through the
surrounding
city.
this whole
Yeah.
city,
Going-
so they would see us.
Right, but is that safer than us going through this fine ass ward?
I mean, at this point, we need to find some type of way for us to be able to identify where in this mountain he could be. The only idea that I possibly have is that you two, being of the, deep underground worlds, underbelly of the criminal world, could have some communication with somebody who would know where he's at, because he's trying to hide himself. So clearly he had to talk to someone to get some help to hide himself.
Yeah, criminal's a little harsh, but
I mean, once we're close,
Says the guy who
both
stole a
you and I,
diamond encrusted bowl from Dottie.
For reasons.
it
once
was to
we're
save
close,
us.
you and I can cast clairvoyancy and check the whole mountain out, because we can do a mile, and I can go one way, and you can go the other way.
Yeah, how big is the mountain?
It's a serious range. It's a serious
I
range.
could do it.
It's all like Camelback, but like times 10, if not more.
I could
Superstition.
commute
Superstitions,
again,
sure.
but that leaves me one more 5th level for that tree stride out of here.
Well, I mean, we are about to take a long rest.
Oh, I mean
since we
after the
decided
long
to
rest.
take it.
Yeah.
Well, what I think we are going to have to do is that for us to use clairvoyancy, we have to be at least a mile from the mountain,
Yeah.
which means that we are going to have to go to the fancy part of town, which means that we probably should go shopping to dapper ourselves up
Yeah.
in order to do that. I'm also thinking some henna dye to dye your
Can't you just like
coat
wait?
instead of making you invisible the whole entire time.
I don't mean to be rude about this, but she's the only four-legged, four-armed creature I've seen here. Die or not.
Is she really?
There's a hand that is like, it's a vestigial hand, one that's not yours, that's kind of like reaching up and just like scratching part of your shoulder right now, and you just kind of slap it and it just goes slowly back to where it's at.
So creepy, man. It's been days though.
It's been one at
No.
most.
What?
About to be two.
It's about to be two.
So,
And I will continue to roll to see how long that sticks around.
Oh my god.
I mean, if we don't go during the daytime, I can just be invisible the whole time.
But as soon as you no, because you're using spell slots that I've already given in the ring. So in the ring, you wouldn't.
Sorry, my spellcasting.
Yeah.
Well,
if we go in through the back,
damn it.
out the city tomorrow morning, go up the mountain, come down the cliff, and avoid most of the issues regarding you two.
I mean,
or maybe find an outlet cave that leads in.
well, I think we should do this. So we should get close enough within a mile of the mountain. So we are going to have to doll ourselves up to get in closer to the mountain.
Yeah.
Me and Odette can stay in a hotel in that city. We can do clairvoyancy to look around the mountain. You guys can then also go and check the mountain. We all check it out.
Is the mountain's not in the city, right? It's on the. It literally
It's
like
the
the
fringe.
city
It is the
butts
back
up.
wall.
The back
yes.
wall of city.
Dude, something's telling me there's got to be a cave
Right. In the mountain.
that leads outside of the city.
Okay, this town we're in, is it technically a mountain range?
It is a series of mountains. It is a long.
Would you say we're in one of my favorite terrains, mountain?
I would say if you went to.
The actual mountain.
Yes, you would be.
I mean, you guys can
So it's
check.
like superstition.
Yeah.
There's like
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So you
there's
guys can
housing
check
and then
physically
housing
the
backing
mountain,
up against the mountain.
and we will use magic to check the outside of the mountain.
It's like living in Goldfield.
Yeah, I can help you check the outside of the mountain.
What is, okay,
I would just recommend us camping at night
what race is
before
Ivor?
we go in the next day.
Best you know,
What I'm thinking is that we're gonna
Elven,
use night and, well,
Okay.
night
maybe
and
half
night
elven.
because we
He's ideally in one of my favorite trains and one of my favorite enemies. So I can try and track him if you guys want to try. I mean, we'd have to go up to the mountain and hope that he's there.
Mm-hmm.
But I get advantage on basically tracking him.
Wafa furiously writes in his journal.
Sorry. It's
So I think
I
that
feel you.
we should. We're gonna sleep tonight. I think we should hang out still, stay in the room, and only periodically go out. You guys go check out the criminal realm. Taking Boontosh with you.
How long's your sending
How long?
spell? How far can that? Anywhere?
There's no range. As
Maybe
long as they're
we'll-
on the
Well,
same
same
plane of
realm.
existence.
Maybe we'll go do a little recon tomorrow as well.
I
I
have to
am-
know the person rather well to do
Oh
this.
right, it would be one of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can also fly around.
That's why I
can-
think that
Mountain.
you guys should.
I can too.
You guys. That's why I think you three should go to the actual mountain and start checking it
It's
out.
rather
Yeah.
good one per
Or
fly.
I can just send him a paper bird and be like, "Where are you? We miss you, Daddy," or "Dad," depending on how old his kids are.
I'm still saying if we send him a message saying you want a free cruise, he's
it'll,
rather
like-
derelict right now. Maybe he would jump at the.
You know
If
what
we
I
get
hate
close to the mountain and I send
is
a paper
that
bird to
that
him,
plan is starting to become an actual reality.
to try and draw him out. I agree. I've been saying it all along.
I can as long as I get. See, I just don't want to take this bolt back towards the inside of the city.
Yeah.
If I stay on the
Yeah.
outskirts of the city, go around and do my community in. I'd rather sleep after I do this, just heads up. But I should be able to find out what that cave system looks like.
But
in
you don't even
general.
know if that cave actually leads outside, and you don't know if that cave that he's currently in is the one that does lead outside.
we don't even know if it exists.
We don't even know if it's connected.
You don't know till you try.
well, why don't you three? Well, how about tomorrow all of us move to another hotel in the fancier part of Ceta-Gatling. Then you guys go to the mountain using your flight or whatever. Once you guys get to the mountain, we'll use clairvoyancy. We'll send out a letter. The letter will then get you guys to that, and you guys will follow it, and then we will find you.
Yeah, as soon as that letter hits that man, we're fucked.
No, we just pretend like it's his kids. It doesn't say who it's from.
He doesn't sound like a man to be feared right now.
And he sounds like he's with his kids. I personally find any man who can get rid of my scry spell someone that I'm gonna fear slightly.
Oh, you should
Weak
fear
or
him
not.
greatly.
I will say, just to clarify, when you are trying to identify somebody within 3 miles of you, it is very clear that you have identified them to you.
Mm-hmm.
You did not identify Ivor.
Right. Right.
Well, and he said witch too, so he doesn't even know.
No, it's
Yeah.
Right.
Lexidon.
He just knew something was there, and that
Yeah, he didn't know it was me.
Right.
So you're saying he didn't, the 5 blips he found, he couldn't identify any of them as Ivor
Right.
specifically?
No. We are kind of connecting dots on that one, for sure. Connected blips. But yeah.
Do you think perhaps we should report back to Joanne? Because again, it just doesn't seem like a leader of an army who's threatening the world would be holed up in a cave.
I think we want to kill him anyways.
I don't disagree. But perhaps Joanne
I mean,
might
we
have
saw this
insight.
man in Goodfellow, right? Wasn't
No.
he one of the ones that lead? Oh, he
No.
talked to you guys. He fucked with your body, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's
That's
the way.
how we know
That's
him.
why I am the way I am.
It's rather inconvenient, I'm
He's
not
a-
going to lie.
Evil man.
Mm-hmm.
He's done this
Alright.
to many people, and not willingly.
Alright, I think we should just wake up in the morning and take a vote on what we do.
Are you going to stick with
Figure it out. Yeah, I'm not leaving. Trust me, that only happened because of circumstances that were happening that had nothing to do with the game plan. I did not expect that to happen. I'm sorry. I won't leave y'all again.
Unless we get separated again for like 2.5 seconds.
Hindsight.
In which case he's gone.
Hindsight, it worked.
Yeah,
What
we
worked?
only
You have
caused.
this-
What were you have a bull?
Yeah.
We
If
only
they
caused
locate
one ruckus.
objects, we're fucked.
I got, well, no,
Just-
locate
just
object
wait, dude.
is
Just wait.
like
Just let them feel
1,000
it.
feet.
Let
Yeah.
them feel it when it happens.
Yeah, you guys are going to be a fucking amaze. Also, I gave that homeless guy 150 gold, so I got 14 left. If,
14 gold.
if y'all could help me
Oh my
14.
in some way, shape,
One of them just shakes his head at you and it hands you 1,000 gold.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I was gone for like 5 hours and I'm super broke. Can you give me some money?
I was,
Oh my god.
I stole his bowl.
1,000 gold.
I have a question here. Could you perchance have
Dude, you
bought the bowl
got
with
me on a
the gold?
belly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
could you just
yeah.
bought the bull?
Yeah, I doubt that. That bowl's worth a hell of a lot more than 150 gold.
1,000.
I guarantee it.
You're not a very good business owner, are you?
I'm worried about
Yo.
that business of corn that they're about to have. in
Right.
Goodfellow, yeah.
The lady I stole that from obviously isn't a very good business owner.
Don't you dare talk about Dottie that way. She's a fucking
Alright.
saint.
So I personally don't want to be in this city. I'd rather go around and look and do our thing. I know that you want to go into the city.
No, I don't even want to fucking be here, but your woman asked us to do something. I'm only doing it for your woman.
Right, we're doing it. We're just gonna do it from the outside
That we just went through.
and then jump back down.
And we're out and now we're in and
Yeah.
now you want to go back out.
Yeah, I understand the confusion.
While smuggling a weapon that was not a weapon, an object that was stolen.
Right, that's why I don't want to go near the middle of the city. They're gonna be looking for that thing.
You know, it would have been so easy. Well, you don't even have this issue
You
if someone
don't.
didn't even steal in the first place.
Good lord, you guys.
Fill this round I have.
You guys can hate me now, but you're gonna thank me later. Is all I'm gonna say. It's gonna be the best breakfast you ever fucking ate in your life.
We're never
Better.
gonna need to save through.
It's gonna be tits.
My tits are flailing in anger.
However,
They're just going all over the place.
Love out.
Love that baby.
you all know.
It's so funny.
You all
Your
look.
tits, I can't.
You all look tired as fuck. I'm tired as fuck. I got a short rest in a closet, let me tell you. So if you want, we can have the discussion in the morning, and we can figure it out. Huh?
I don't need to
Yes.
sleep. I don't care. Whoever wants to talk can talk.
Guanaco burrito blankets himself and rolls in the bed.
Good night, Guani
Angrily
Vaughn.
walk
Yeah.
off and lay down myself dead.
I will go sleep next to Guanapo.
I will sit alone.
As you all,
Awake.
You can come cuddle with me, Booney.
I don't need
as
to
you
sleep.
all find a comfortable-ish place, setting up your bedrolls, rolling up in a blanket.
I have the bed.
sit on
I
the bed
said I
comfortably.
laid on the bed. I burrito blanketed into the bed. You did not say that.
Yeah.
You don't even sleep.
You're gonna have to push a Luxodon that's holding a Kenku.
As you're woefully kicked out of your
That
bed.
bed creeps.
You don't even
Lovely.
sleep.
That doesn't mean I don't feel discomfort.
I got my bedroll. I'm
The
good.
door closes
I'll
on
lay
your
next to
room, and we pan out.
The door wasn't closed.
What do you mean the door wasn't
It is
closed?
a visual
When he
aspect.
got there, he
Oh.
went under the door, so it technically never opened.
The door, we pan through the door. that
Camera
was
goes
never
under the
closed.
door.
And we out through the lobby into the city, and we get a
Find
beautiful,
12 guardsmen standing outside.
a beautiful visual of the entirety of Ceta-Gatling and all of its many blinking lights and the wonderful lives of thousands upon thousands of individuals who are
Pitchforks and fire.
completely and wonderfully ignorant of the plans that have been hatched thus far inside of the room, inside of the cheap buffalo. And that's where we'll leave off tonight. Thanks for sticking around so
We zoom
long.
into Dottie on top of a mountain, drawing blood sigils on her face, and she
Yeah.
swears vengeance against the person who stole her bowl.
Poor
You
dog.
never know.
Oh, I did tell you guys too
Dottie
that
could
there
be
was
a
the
blood
one
player.
dude that we turned away, and he now knows that.
Dottie is the big bad evil
He
guy.
knows what?
He knows nothing about where we're at or anything. He just knows that I fucked him.
But what? You fucked him.
Who did you fuck?
Who did you fuck?
What?
I don't remember the guy that took the gnome, and we took. Remember the two elves? One of them grabbed
Oh,
the
you're talking about
gnome.
your gas spell. You're saying
Two
that he broke it.
elves. I should have looked for the gnome.
What?
Who did you fuck?
The guy who he cast a spell on. And
Yep, that's
Note
cool.
to self. Things to do next session. We'll see what happens, guys.
Your boy just
We'll
put
see
so much together.
What happens?
He ended this episode.
Next episode. Anybody have anything to say before we need to say goodbye? Because I don't.
You're all gonna thank me next time. That's all I'm gonna say.
Good night.
Good night, guys. We'll see you next week. Tune in at. It's actually, interestingly, we stream every Tuesday at 2 a.m. GMT. So check us out. We're there. Have a good night.
What the hell's GMT?